called leadership, right?
मैम काली लास्ट क्लास अछि ना, काली गोटे क्लास अछि।
आगे काली लास्ट क्लास तन करे आउ अन्य कथा हेई परिया न होई परिया सब वाइंड अप करिया चक्कर मु कहले आज टे पचारि दबा हाउ यू पीपल आर फीलिंग इन योर by the end of your you are coming to the end of your semester. When is your exam, term exam?
मैम February 20।
February 20.
February 20. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Any assignments are given also?
No, ma'am.
No ma'am.
Not yet, ma'am.
No, not given.
And what is the pattern of
Yet
question?
to be given.
Question, ma'am. There will be 7 questions. 12 mark 3 question का होगा और 8 mark का 3 और 5 का 2.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Now tell me, if Gandhiji would not have been there, would India have got freedom? Gandhiji
Yes, ma'am.
नथिले
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
अच्छा केबे हेतांतो सेई जो डेट रहलो सेबे हेतांतो ना परे ना
Exactly, ma'am.
हाँ?
Exactly, ma'am.
ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଲେଟ୍ ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା।
ସେଇ ପାଖାପାଖି ସମୟରେ ହିଁ ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା।
मैडम ता पूर्वରୁ ହେଇतांदा।
ପୂର୍ବରୁ ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
अच्छा केमिति हेतांता तार तांको रोल टा को काटी दियो हिस्ट्री रो बाकी सब को धरि की कहलो केमिति हेतांता
मैडम इंडियन नेशनल आर्मी पाई रॉयल इंडियन नेवी म्यूटिनी करथिले बॉम्बे बेले ब्रिटिश मानको इकोनॉमी पूरा कोलैप्स जाइतला और से माने नथिले आ इंडियन माने आ इंडियन नेशनल आर्मी को जेतले फांसी दिया गला सबको केही आ नथिले इंग्रेज मानकर आ भारत रे करबा नथिला से माने खाली गुटे डेट खोजुथिले।
अच्छा इंडियन नेशनल कोन कहलो आर्मी
इंडियन नेशनल आर्मी रो सुभाष चंद्र बोस को आर्मी जोटा ताको जेतले फांसी दिया गला रॉयल इंडियन नेवी म्यूटिनी करथिले बॉम्बे रे
ओके
1946 फेब्रुआरी।
महात्मा गांधी नथिले सुभाष चंद्र बोस को आगुआ परिचय
ताले जदि सुभाष चंद्र बोस न थांते ताले हे परथांता कि
Yes, ma'am.
then who is important, Subhash Chandra Bose or his army?
Sorry, ma'am.
सुभाष चंद्र बोस।
And can he alone could have done that without the army?
No.
Then how he is important? The army should be important.
Both are equally important.
Ma'am, both should be important.
मैम बहुत इंपोर्टेंट किंतु सुभाष चंद्र बोस टा लीडरशिप पई आगो नले इंडियन नेशनल आर्मी आगरु थिले
ना मो कहूची यदि सुभाष चंद्र बोस न थांते ताले हे पारि थांता कि
Yes,
क्वेश्चन
hey,
बुझ पाले तो
hey, परथांता, ma'am.
नो मैम हे पन थांता
हे पार न थांता
ना मैम कारण के लीड करिया कोई नथिले मैम के तो लीड करिया कोई नथिले यदि लीड करथांते तले
अच्छा
नहीं अगर नहीं तो
मैडम से समय
मैम आई
लीडरशिप
हैव
करे
टू
पे
से
कि
समथिंग
तो नवा पे नथिले
हां
नहीं
मैम
अगर अगर सुभाष बोस नहीं हो तो और कोई
मैम
इनिशिएट
एक्चुअली
लेता ना
अंग्रेज माने केवल आम देश को शासन
और कोई कब लेता
नहीं ले लेता ना
हां लेता ना फिलहाल तो सुभाष बोस ले लिया ना
पाई पहले
ओके क्वेश्चन इज सुभाष चंद्र बोस नहीं होते तो होता लेकिन कोई और उनके जगह होता मतलब
Exactly.
एक लीडर एक फिगर एक नाम हमको चाहिए दो इट वाज द फाइट ऑफ ए पॉपुलेशन of a community of the citizens of a country but a name has to be there to lead the event
Exactly,
to
ma'am.
lead the war right so without the army Subhash Chandra Bose will exist he existed but without Subhash Chandra Bose probably this army would not have existed
Yes,
आर्मी बिना सुभाष चंद्र बोस थिले सुभाष चंद्र बोस को तांकर आइडेंटिटी तांका एक्जिस्टेंस थिला किंतु सुभाष चंद्र बोस को बिना ए आर्मी रो अस्तित्व भाबिबा टिके डिफिकल्ट
Exactly.
Right.
This is what is the role of a leader if you see in an organization and across the different levels of management amaro organization management has 3 levels top level middle level and lower level right Top level consists of managing directors, CEOs, directors, board of directors. Then middle level consists of managers of different departments, different operations, different functions. And then the lower level consists of supervisors and operating heads, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If you see the salary structure grows upward. As we move upward in the levels of management, the salary structure goes upward. But if you talk about physical work, effort, excellence, then it moves downward.
Yes, ma'am.
The lower level of management put more effort than the higher level of management to achieve the organization's goal.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? मते धर मते घरे रोषेई करियार अछि मु खाली गोटे रेसिपी लिखि देबी पेपर रे चिंता करि देबी रेसिपीटा लिखि देबी आ शेफ को दे देबी जे कुक अछि ताको दे देबी से किंतु करिवो रोषेईटा से करिवो एफर्ट कहार अधिका नेचुरली कहार अधिका तो मोर एफर्ट है मु चिंता करली लिखि देली पेपर रे आ ताको दे देली लिखिकी बट सी सब ऑर्गेनाइज करके अरेंज करके कटा बटा करके तैयारी कला but when it comes about remunerating or when it comes about appraising, the top level management gets more appraisal than the middle and the bottom level management.
Yes, ma'am.
The reason is without the top level management, the middle and lower level will not exist at all.
Exactly, ma'am.
But without top level, middle and lower level will, without top level of management, the other two will not exist.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
without the other two, the top level management may exist.
Yes.
They depend on the middle and lower level for the execution of their plan. They can plan, they will initiate a process, they will initiate a project, they will initiate a concept, they will initiate a business, and then wait for the other levels to implement it, execute it. But the other levels cannot initiate anything without the top level. They don't have planning.
Yes, ma'am.
They are waiting as long as they are given a plan, only then they will start their operation.
Yes, ma'am.
And
You are right.
similarly, when it comes to risk or when it comes to failure, when it comes to success, okay, all are happy. Jaako bhi credit mein success to milche, all are happy. But when it comes to failure, when it comes, we talk about risk. The middle level and the lower level will say what they told, we just implemented. We may not be responsible for what happened in the market. The product was made and was offered for sale to the market and it was not sold. The middle level and the lower level will say that we were told to produce this product, we were given resources to produce it and offer it for sale. We don't know why they thought people will buy it, why they planned this product, why even they wanted to do this business. The entire risk is borne by the top level management. This is the reason why they are remunerated very highly and differently than the other two levels. This is the essence of leadership. When we talk about leadership, it
Can
brings
anyone mute themselves? Noise aa raha hai.
Please, all of you, please put yourself into mute. There is no need to unmute. Only when you would be asking something, unmute, right? And thank you. तमे किसी कथा न कहले भी background noise आसे. Okay, thank you. So when we talk about leadership, we talk about three things, three perspectives or three orientations. The leader brings in three things along with him. There are three purposes. You can say there are three items in his agenda. That you can say there are three motives. So you can say there are three intentions he wants to bring along with him when he becomes a leader. Anyone who becomes a leader. The first item of the agenda is to bind people together. The first very prime role of a leader is to keep people together. Individual organization itself is defined as a group of Jagruti. Please put yourself in mute. Jagruti Panda. Jagruti.
Madam, ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଆପଣ mute କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ.
Can I do that?
Yes, ma'am, you can do it.
Again, if anybody will want to say something, I have to unmute them.
मैडम पार्टिसिपेट्स जोटी अछि से पार्टिसिपेट हो जाई सेठी ऑल म्यूट अछि ओटा मैम ऑप्शन सेठी कर दियो
अच्छा
तळे थियो मैं ऑल म्यूट
या
आ गोटे नोटिफिकेशन टाइप रो थियो सेटा को भी ये कर देबे मामा चाटे को चाटे की हां तोरे केदे कोन हो राती हेदे देखि निज पाठोडा कोन हला
Ma'am, you are on mute.
Thank you so mute hoye now I am audible okay fine so the three perspectives that leadership bring with it are a leader bring with him are first is he tries to place or keep the group together bind the group. An organization is a group of people working together to achieve a common goal. So the very concept of leadership is first to keep the people coordinated, to keep the people together, to keep the people related. One. Second agenda or motive or intention of a leader is to bring in change or either to bring in change or to influence the behavior of employees. A leader always wants to influence the behavior of employees towards the goal. He wants to redirect the employees' behavior towards goal. And third is he has to help the employees or the group members to achieve the goal. He has to participate along with the members in the activity, in the project, in the task. Without involvement, it is very difficult to lead. So a leader wants to get involved, or a leader who leads should get involved with the members maintain interpersonal relationship among the members, and should have a power to exert a influence on others, should have the ability to change the behavior of others. So leadership is the simplest definition of leadership is the ability to exert influence on others. तमे जदि अन्यको उपरे तमरो influence ता exert करि पारुच, apply करि पारुच, people will listen to you, people will follow you, people will take your instructions, people will obey your directions, then leadership is successful. And when people do all this, they should do that willingly. If you are getting it done forcefully, then that is not leadership. Leadership is when you are getting it done, or your followers or the team members are doing it willingly, maybe for a purpose. That purpose is the motivation. With some motivation, kind of kahar direction or instruction to kiye emti khali hruday ru manibeni. There has to be some reason for it. Why I am obeying someone, and that reason brings in willingness. That reason brings in willingness. I mean, willingly karuchanti. Kahe ki willingly karuchanti? Willingly ta voluntary no hi pare, but there has to be certain factors which is creating that willingness. A leader has to offer those factors. Those factors are called motivators. Have to offer them some causes for which they will willingly take your direction. They will willingly obey your instructions. They will willingly follow your advice. So leadership is basically the power of a person, an individual, or the ability of an individual to exert a kind of influence on others. If you are successful in doing that, then you are a perfect leader. And for doing that, what you need very strongly is certain factors of motivation which will create a willingness to obey. Forcefully, both lamba period pai kahaku you cannot exert a influence on them. For your role, for your position in the organization, for the authority you hold in the organization, you cannot exert an influence on anybody or everybody. But if you use those factors called motivators, then you can exert that influence for a longer period of time. When people do that willingly, it remains for a longer period of time. So the very definition of leadership is it is the ability to persuade others, to motivate others, to seek defined objectives enthusiastically. When we use these words enthusiastically, willingnessly, it means the employees are doing it with happiness, with interest, with their own consent. It is nothing, leadership is never imposed, can never be imposed. You can make someone, हमें देखी तो बापा गेस्ट मैंने आसले बापा डाकी कंदे रे मौसा को नमस्कार हो सबो नमस्कार जो gesture गुड़ा को folding hands doesn't carry the same degree of respect. Holding your hands does not mean that you are paying respect to somebody. जेते लोग घर आसते समस्त को तमे हाथ जोड़ बापा को संग माने, but all folded hands don't carry equal degree of respect. Similarly, with your authority, with your position, with your role, with your power, you can force your leadership on your subordinates, but that will not bear the fruit. Jyothipai leadership ta kara heichi to achieve the goal, that will not help you to attain the goal. Right? You can make people effective. You cannot make them efficient. What is the difference between effectiveness and efficiency? Effective is doing the right thing. Efficiency is doing it in the right way. You can compel people to do the right thing, but you cannot compel them to do it in the right way. Right? It's a bottle. I know a cap I know how to open the cap. I have to unwind it 2-3 rounds and then it will open. I can move like this. It is visible that I am trying to open it, but the result is it is not opening. I have to apply certain amount of pressure, force. That whether I am applying or not, no one can control it. मैं कैप्टन को बुलोची कि तो सेटा कोलूनी. This is, I am doing it effectively. I am doing it efficiently. So leadership, a successful leader can make employees efficient. Any authority can make people effective, do the right things. But doing it in the right way is more important because it will save cost, it will save waste, it will save time, it will save money. And increase, saving all these 4 things will increase your profit. Okay, leadership, जेतेबेले भी concept आसिला, you have to keep in mind, this is, the employees should allow your influence to work on them. So, leadership is not a process which can be done with force. Leadership is not a process which can be done with compulsion. Leadership is not a process which can be imposed on others. It has to be willingly. That's why the term in the very definition, the term mentioned is leadership is the ability to persuade people to attain the objective. You are motivating people to attain the objective. Next is, what is the importance? Why leadership is necessary? Because when we think of a task, other than the implementation part of the task, in all other affairs, leader's role becomes very prime or very important. Whenever we talk about a business, whenever we talk about an assignment, whenever we talk about a project, the very essential part of a business is risk. And the prime role of a leader is to undertake that risk on behalf of the entire. When a project succeeds, the credit is shared by all. We all together did it. But when a project fails, the criticism is normally borne by the leader. I planned a wrong thing. Because they only took up the activities that I directed, that I told them to do. They did that. But I told them to do this. What they did has failed. So the very important aspect of any business is uncertainty and risk. And both these elements of a business, uncertainty and risk, are managed by a leader. So leader's role is not very important when it comes to implementation. When it comes to physically or practically doing the task, it does not come to operation. It moreover, it remains with planning. The prime role of leader is hooked up with planning. So the importance is, a leader's first task is to initiate action. आमे जेबे भी लाइफ रे गोटे चेंज आनिया को चाहू, what is the process? How do we bring a change in behavior? आज सपोज भाबिले जे काली तो सकाळु उठिबी 6 टारू उठिबी 5 टारू उठिबी. I attend a webinar of Sadhguru, and Sadhguru said that people who wake up by 4, they encounter a different kind of energy, spiritual energy, which keep them energetic throughout the day. Suppose say gote webinar re dele gote learning, जे 4 टारू 6 टा भीतर जो टाइम पीरियड से थोड़ा ऑरा आमो साइड और चारिपटे जो ऑरा अछि तारो गोटे एते एनर्जी थाए. And if you get exposed to that energy, you become energetic and you become active, you remain activated throughout the day. IQ बढ़िबो, EQ बढ़िबो, सब बढ़िबो. And I decide, okay, काली तो मो सकाळ उठी जो छाड़ा 4 टारू उठी परिबिनी, 6 टारू उठी जी. You put up an alarm at 5:30, another 5:45, then 5:50, then 6. 4टा alarm set up. Then 5:30 टा बाजिबो. अच्छा आधा घंटा हो अच्छी. कौन सांग सांग तो उठी भी मुंह तो भी दांत घसे हे गला. तापरे 5:45 बाजिबो. ओहो हो आउरी 15 मिनिट अछि. आ गोटे alarm अछि परा सेटा बाजिले उठिबी आ. 5:55. अरे still I have 5 minutes. मु 3 मिनिट आउ सोई कि भी उठिले 2 मिनिट रे मो सब नित्य कर्म सर. 6 o'clock. Oh, 6 o'clock ହେଇଗଲା ନାଇଁ ଆଜି ଦିନକ ସହିତ କାଲିଠୁ କରିବି and this continues and that's why most of us fail. Procrastination. ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ଆଜି 4ଟା ଭିଡିଓ ଦେଖିଲ how YouTubers are earning. They are making reels and they are earning. ମୁଁ ବି reel ତିଆରି କରିବି. I'll also do similar. ଆଚ୍ଛା ଏତେ ପଇସା ବାহ ବଢିଆ ଘରେ ବସି ବସି କରିକି ବଢିଆ ପଇସା. I'll also डायरी କାଢିଲ 4-6ଟା reel ର concept ଲେଖିଦେଲ content ଲେଖିଦେଲ. I'll make reels of these contents. ଏବେ ଦେଖ ଏଇ ବର୍ଷ ଶେଷ ବେଳକୁ ମୁଁ ବି ୟୁଟ୍ୟୁବର ହେଇଯିବି. Then comes to implementation. Acha, aji today, okay. Today I will make a reel. Okay, evening I will make it. Okay, evening ही गलानी हो गया, evening हो गया, चलो रात में बना दोगे. अच्छा ठीक है, कल से शुरू करती हूँ. No, it's not only happening with you, it's happening with all of us or most of us. Not all of us, it is happening with most of us. And then, अच्छा कल से बनाओगे. Then when it comes to kal, as today is Saturday, it's SAB weekend. This is a new thing I'll start in my life. Let start. Oh, we have certain rules. Sushant, we have certain rules to overcome it. And Monday से let's चालू करेंगे. Monday से एक नया चीज है. मेरा life change हो जाएगा इससे. I'll be a professional. I'll start earning money. So let's say Monday is a good day. Bambole का आशीर्वाद रहेगा. We'll start from Monday. Then when Monday comes, okay, fine. I will first make a schedule. I'll write 50 contents. Then I'll make 50 videos at a time. Then I'll keep posting them every day so that there will be regularity. And this all let me first prepare, make a proper planning. From Wednesday onwards, I will start. Then Wednesday, you got a friend's call. Let's catch up for a movie. Let's go on a coffee. And you do that, you forget it, then you plan, okay, so Thursday, Gurubar Lakshmi ji ka bar hai, us din start karenge. And in this way, it gets postponed. Leaders are the people who take initiates, who can initiate action. If I want to do it, I have to do it now. In any form, in any way. But it has to start. So the leader's importance is they can take the first step. They never hesitate to take the first step. And the entire team, they know that I am setting an example for the entire team. Once I'll start working, they will just follow. The second importance of a leader is to create confidence among the members. Members are not of equal type, are not of equal personality, are not have don't have equal characteristics. Many members hesitate, many members lacks confidence, many members are afraid of doing things, many members are skeptic about failure. A leader's role is to imbibe confidence in them. He needs to communicate that he trusts that these people can do. You would have seen, while being in primary classes, you would have seen teachers keep saying, yes, you can do it. You just participate, you can do it. Whatever you do doesn't matter. You just come and start speaking. This is the way you can show confidence in your members. Leaders have to build moral. Moral is the science of right and wrong. Moral is the science of right and wrong. What is right in an organization and what is wrong. When we talk about moral, we are very much discussing about the culture, organizational culture. A leader's responsibility is to create a culture. An individual is coming to an office. Office is called the second home or second family. He is spending 8 hours. If a day is of 24 hours, 8 hours we sleep. 8 hours we stay in an organization. And the other 8 hours we spend with our family, with our friends, with the society, with the communities we are a part of, with the city we live in. That's se samastakara se gote 8 hour ru bhag achi. The organization is getting the maximum time of an individual's day, 8 hours. When I need to spend 8 hours at a place, I need to feel good about being there. Unless until I will enjoy the place, I cannot be efficient. I should feel good about the place. What is the difference between buying from Saraswati General Store and from Esplanade? You have a Saraswati General Store near Saidnagar Hatta. You buy from there your monthly groceries or whatever things, household goods, and you are walking inside Esplanade and you are buying the same commodities. Is there a difference in your emotional state at the two places? Of course, yes. Of course, yes. And if you will make a observation, or if you will make an analysis in supermarkets, in malls, in hypermarkets, you relatively spend much more money. You walk into those places to buy two commodities and you walk out with 10 in your bag, 8 commodities which you never have planned to buy them. And this happens because you are in a good mood. Your emotional state is supporting your buying behavior. You feel like spending money. So a person will be efficient at workplace when we feel good about being at that place. Then work environment. Work environment is related to two things. One is interpersonal relationship. Second is understanding the work. My work environment means what kind of relationship I hold with my co-workers and with my boss or employer or whoever sees. Second, do I understand my work? Do I know what to do? A data jinsoru work environment create way and you enjoy. If you have a very good relationship with your co-workers, they all are very friendly, very humble, very supportive, very comic. You'd feel like rushing to that place and among them. You understand your work brilliantly. You know exactly what you have to do every day. You have a clear role, you have a role clarity in your mind for yourself. You know what a company is expecting from you. You know how to do it. You know what to do, you know how to do, you know when to do it. Then that is a perfect work environment. You have a good interpersonal relationship. You have a good understanding of your job. These two together makes a perfect work environment. You will feel like going to that place again and again every morning. And coordination. Coordination is related with interest, individual interest. A organization's goal cannot be achieved if it lacks coordination among themselves. A relay race. Relay race, 5 participants run one part of the race. If anyone will feel that not possible. All 4 of them have to give their 100%, then only they can win. Even if you have a brilliant runner at the starting point, you have a brilliant runner at the finishing line, then also you want all the participants to perform at their best to win the race. Coordination is a must because works or jobs are interrelated. Every part of the job depends on some other part of the job. Volta Service Center. They claim that if you call them for lodging a complaint for a service, you have a service requirement, you are calling them. They will give you, you normally call to the call center and a girl pick up the phone from there. She register your complaint and she give a assurance that your complaint will be addressed within 24 hours. Suppose तुम रात के 11 बजे देख लो तुम एसी चालू नहीं, एसी नहीं चल रहा है, तो तुम वोल्टास का सर्विस स्टेशन को फोन किए. The call center people picked up the phone and they register your complaint. Then that girl forgot to forward the complaint to the mechanical department. And you are waiting with a promise that within 24 hours your problem will subside, will be fixed, will be worked up. Then suddenly the next day the girl remembers such a raat mein complaint aaya tha, I have not forwarded it. And she forwarded it to the technical team at 3 p.m. in the evening. By 5 p.m. all their allocation, complaint allocation task is over. So that day they are failing in giving you a solution. Now what is the reason of this failure? Reason of the failure is not the organization reason. Reason of the failure is not the competency. Reason of the failure is not manpower. Reason of the failure is not skill and expertise. Reason of the failure is lack of coordination. That girls should have thought that forwarding the complaint is a part of this task, which is very important. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଏସି ଖରାପ ହବା କଥା ଭାବିବା ସବୁଠୁ ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ଟାସ୍କ ହେଲା ତାକୁ ସଜାଡ଼ିବା, ଏରର ଫାଇଣ୍ଡ ଆଉଟ୍ କରିବା ଆଉ ତାକୁ ଫିକ୍ସ କରିବା. But forwarding the complaint from the call center to the service team is also equally important. Giving the customer a very satisfying response and very humbly addressing the complaint is also a very critical aspect of the task. The AC is not working, we all know. Fixing the AC will satisfy the customer. But these are the tasks associated with the process which are equally important, and all people responsible in the process for different tasks should have that sense, should have that understanding that in fixing in AC, the way I registered the complaint plays a vital role. AC ସଜଡ଼ା ହବ କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ complaint ଟା କେମିତି register କରିଛି is also very vital. So there has to be coordination. And what is the function of a leader? What role leaders play? The first function of a leader is to set the goal. People themselves, employees themselves, team members themselves, by themselves cannot set a goal. Goal cannot be set by many people. Goal has to be set by one person who has a vision, one person who has a understanding, one person who has a mission of the organization. He can set a goal. Many people together cannot come and together cannot set a goal. People are different in nature, they have different characteristics, personality and trait. So goal setting activity is normally done by the leader. Goal setting, goal is the place where the company wants to reach. Goal is the place where the employee should reach. Goal is the thing which the employee's activities needs to attain. After setting the goal, next is organizing. Organizing means collecting resources and distributing it among people. You have fixed up a goal. My company wants to earn 7% ROI, return on investment, in this financial year. And for that, what you need? You need to increase your production. If you need to increase your production, you have to work on the factory location. You have to buy new machineries. You have to make a panel of suppliers. You have to check the input qualities. You have to work on the process of engineering. You have to find out technology which is helping in fast production. And a leader who sets goal has to collect resources and allocate these resources to the team. Yes, factory location. Production बढ़ेबी भाबीबी याडे factory मोरो हैला गोटे 700 square feet रो जगह जाधरे दीटा machine अछि. Not possible. So what he has to do, he has to gather resources which are required to achieve this goal, and then he has to distribute these resources to people. He has to distribute these resources to people to use them to attain the goal. Third is he has to set a trend, take initiative. First step has to be taken by the leader. He has to show what has to be done and how it has to be done. He has to establish cooperation among employees. Functional aspect, technical aspect, people will take up their own as per their knowledge and IQ. What about EQ? Nowadays, while hiring managers, they are during the interview, some rounds of the interview, their EQ is being tested. Emotional quotient. Emotional quotient is what kind of interpersonal relationship he will establish with the people in the organization. How to create a balance, emotional balance among the employees. Understanding of emotion is very difficult because everyone's every individual in an organization comes from a different environment each day. परीक्षा रे कम मार्क आसले हमें कहते नहीं सार बोते घर झगड़ा करके आसथिबे काटी देले मार्क सब सार मैडम को संगे घरे झगड़ा करले कि मो खाता रे मार्क कटि गला. Each individual comes from a different environment each day, and you have to make that mentality work towards that common goal. If you have 300 employees, you are working with 300 brains which come from 300 different environments each day, and they have to work together to attain one single goal. Very difficult task. To establish a balance between the emotional aspect of employees is the toughest challenge in a manager's life. Motivation and direction. Persuade people so that they willingly take your instructions and advice. And direct them. You have to give them a role clarity. In many organizations, average organizations, mediocre organizations, you will find people not knowing what they have to do. They literally don't know what they are expected to do. मैनेजर याडे भाबु तो मोर एते लोक केतो काम करूना. Role clarity or job description is a difficult thing, and once it is done, that will increase efficiency. Direction. Giving direction means giving them a role clarity, what they are expected to do each day. Liaison between, he is the link between the workers and the management. He is the medium means of communication. Normally, communication from top to the bottom is very obvious and normal. It happens. But communication from bottom to top does not happen very efficiently in organization, and a leader plays the role or becomes the channel of communication between the worker and the management. Management to worker पर्यंत communication पळी आसीबो. There are many channels of flow of communication, but from workers to management, it is very tricky and critical. It is not obvious. It is not normal. We don't have normal established processes for that. And the channels which are present are very critical and very challenging. तादरे बहुत लीकेज था. ऊपर को जो पाइप उठता है, वर्कर से मैनेजमेंट तक जो चैनल जाता है, उसमें बहुत लीकेज होता है. और प्रॉपर्ली सारा इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं जाता है, and they leak out in between. बहुत सारा स्क्रीन होके जाता है. A good leader has to become a channel between the worker and the manager. And policy making, which is related with establishing rules and regulations. When you were in schools, did you have class monitors? Right? And a monitor's role is when the teacher is absent, जो बात कर रहा है उसका नाम लिखना है बोर्ड पे. And what if his seat partner, जो उसके साथ बेंच शेयर कर रहा है, वो बात कर रहा है? Here comes the role of EQ, emotional quotient. What you will do, because जब टीचर आ जाएंगे, you will go back to your seat. You are sitting now, you are sharing your bench with a person whose name you wrote on the blackboard and who was punished because you wrote his name on the blackboard. So a leader has to make policies, rules and regulations. Rules and regulations cannot be made by the team members. It has to be made by the leader so that it will be followed. Then there are different styles of leadership. I'll just tell you in one sentence what are these styles. You can read it from the material given to you. I'll just tell you one sentence. You write that one sentence and you will understand what it is. Autocratic style is do as I say. It is do as I say. मैं जैसे बोल रहा हूँ वैसे करते जाओ, ज्यादा दिमाग मत लगाओ. You would have seen civil contractors at construction sites. They come in the morning, talk with the supervisor and the workers, daily wage workers, and their instruction is do as I say. इतना इंच का, इतना फीट का यहाँ दीवार बनाना है. This is the length, this is the width, and this is the location. You just go on piling the bricks. This is autocratic style of leadership. They will not share anything. They will not share their intention. They will not share their motive. They will not share any emotional link up with people. They will only say, take my instructions and work. And this kind of leadership is required when you are dealing with unskilled workers, unskilled people, uneducated people. उनके साथ ये वाला स्टाइल भी चाहिए, कहीं कहीं ये स्टाइल चाहिए when specifically you are dealing with unskilled and uneducated team members. There you have to just say, do as I am saying. Next type is authoritative. Follow me. This is a follow me type of leadership. मैं जहां जहां जा रहा हूं मेरे पीछे चलो, मैं जो कर रहा हूं उसको करते जाओ. Follow me. This is the mark of a very confident leader. And this work best when the business environment is very uncertain. People can't understand the changes that is coming very frequently. They take time. They certainly, like unlike autocratic leaders, they share with their team member. They explain what they are thinking. They just don't issue orders, but they want people not to use their brain or creativity, just to follow it. Third is pace setting style. Pace setting style is do as I do. This is the style of a driven leader. This kind of leaders, they get involved a lot initially. When the project starts or when a task starts, they participate. Bring the team into a pace and then exit. फिर वो निकल जाते हैं और उनको लगता है मैं इनको एक ऐसे स्टेज पे ले आया हूँ, वो लोग खुद अभी करना चालू करेंगे. Do as I do. Pace setting is do as I do. This is a style of driven leaders. They try to set a pace and then allow the members to work of their own. Right? Fourth one is democratic, participative style of management. Allows employees to participate. What do you think? This style is called what do you think? They ask other members, what do you think? How we should do it? They encourage members to participate in decision making. Take their opinion. Use their opinion. Ask them for their ideas. Encourage creativity. Reward creativity. They believe in participative management. Participative style, people should participate. Everywhere you cannot do it. ଯେମିତି ଏବେ ଯଦି ସୁଜିତ sir କହିବେ ତମର exam time schedule ଆମେ fix କରିବା, you all people participate. केबे भी time fix ହେଇ परिबन. कोई February बोलेगा, कोई March बोलेगा, कोई April बोलेगा, कोई May बोलेगा, कोई June बोलेगा. It is not possible. But at some places, this democratic style works best when you are working with people who are talented, who know how to get things done, who have lot of creativity, who are different kinds of exposure. There it works the best. Next is coaching style. Coaching style is consider this. It is a consider this type of leadership. Means the leader gives more importance to the team members and holds less importance. Leader बोलता है कि मेरे team member को सब मालूम है. They know how to do things. He only adds some advices. Okay, you can consider my opinion also. His opinion is least important and the team members' opinion are most important. He considers his people as a reservoir of talent. ये लोग talent का pool है. इनको सब पता है. What I have to do is give a feedback or give certain suggestions, no advice or instructions, no direction. I have to give certain suggestion which will add to their idea. Next is affiliative. That is not facilitative. Wrongly I have written it. It is affiliative. This is a style of leadership which is for whom it is people come first. This kind of leaders they work more on the emotional aspect of the organization. They work with people's emotion a lot. They're not task oriented. They feel that if I can establish a good relationship with employees, I can make them work. This style of leadership believe in interpersonal relationship. These leaders want to be close and personal with the team members. They try to support the emotional need of a team member. And they feel that if the emotional aspect of the member is satisfied, then his performance will be, his efficiency will come up. Last one is laissez-faire. Do as you wish. This is a free-flowing form of leadership. आपको जैसा ठीक लगता है आप कीजिए. The leader's interference is least. He hardly give instruction or directions. This happens when you are working with, or this style of leadership is successful when you are working with really talented and trusted workforce. Skilled, talented, trusted workforce. And let's suppose you have taken the entire interior designing of a big structure, infrastructure, like Esplanade जैसा mall बन रहा है, you have taken that contract. And in your team, you have the country's best interior designers, decorators. You don't sit in those meetings to decide on the color of the wall. You don't sit in the meetings to instruct them on the design of the building. You tell them, submit your designs. It's okay. Whatever you decide is fine. You trust them because you know you have the expert hands. Affiliative style is, Dushmanta affiliative style is people come first. They give priority to the emotional needs of the team members. This kind of leaders feel that if I will be very close and personal to the team members, then they will be efficient. They are not task leaders, task-oriented leaders. Rather, they are emotion-oriented leaders. Laissez-faire style, understood? Free-flowing. जो आपको करना है करो, क्योंकि उनको पता है उनके पास best talents है. And these are certain theories which are briefly explained in your material, right? जितना theory आपके मैंने 7 famous theories यहाँ पे list किया है, जितना theory आपके booklet में है, you go through those theories. If at all you would have any doubt, you can take my number and you can ask me, or you can send me a mail, madam, please explain these theories. I will do that. Okay. With this, we come to the end of leadership. The last topic will be communication, which I will take up tomorrow. Anything to ask?
मैम ऑथोरेटिक स्टाइल कहले हमें गोटे सेंटेंस रे कोन बुझबा
क्या
मैम आपनकर म्यूट हे जी
Audible?
Yes, ma'am.
yes
So since already it's 8:10, I'll either tell tomorrow or you take those lines from some of your friends or wait for me to send this material so that you will get them. एबे आओ कहले से आरो सार आसी के join कर सारी.
मैम एक मिनट मैम, हमारा क्वेश्चन पेपर तो आप ही देखेंगे ना?
No,
क्यों मैम?
वो DDC's responsibility to set question paper and
मैम थोड़ा सा अभी तो सच बोल दीजिए प्लीज काइंडली।
no अरे हरिश्चंद्र जते मल्ले तांकर गोटे मेजर पार्ट ऑफ जेनेटिक ये हम फैमिली को आछि। We don't lie.
ठीक
प्रॉब्लम से जो प्रेम हरिश्चंद्रकर भांगी थिले से भंगा प्रेम को हमें सब तैयारी हेचु हम फैमिली मेंबर्स। राइट? So
मैम आर जोकिंग, मैम आर जोकिंग सीरियस।
मैडम रश्मि कहूची
You have the
मैडम रश्मि कहूची
हाँ
एग्जैक्ट
गुड इवनिंग
गुड इवनिंग पूरा बड़े एक्यूरेट आंसर देले।
हाँ मु मैडम पूरा
मैम गुड रश्मि मैम गुड इवनिंग।
Good evening, ma'am.
See, for the examination
Good
you have
evening,
two
ma'am.
keys.
Good evening,
One
ma'am.
is the material you have, booklet.
Yes, ma'am.
Second is the last year's question paper on the net. Browse
Okay,
through the questionnaires and focus on the material. I'll send these PPTs
Sure,
little
ma'am.
bit. I'll make them little bit elaborate and send these PPTs. Prepare from it, and you will pass the examination.
Ma'am, actually we don't have the book to
You
study.
don't have the book.
Exactly. I have only
Go-
3 books.
Go and collect it.
Have they come? Because they said that they are out of stock.
You
You
are-
can
Yes,
download
yes.
from the website. You can
No,
download
it's
from the
not
website.
available. Today only I have checked it.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you prepare according to last 5 year question papers?
Yes. Very much. Very
Ma'am,
much.
hello.
हाँ.
Madam, actually we have sent କାହାର କହିଲା material ନାହିଁ but ଆପଣଙ୍କର OB specifically OB ର ଗୋଟେ short material like marketing ର short material then I think FM ର short material, it is all there with the student. I think ଆପଣ ମାନଙ୍କର WhatsApp group ରେ I have already sent. You
ଆଜ୍ଞା
can
ଆଜ୍ଞା ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
download
Yes,
that.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Tell me how many of
Yes,
you
yes,
download
soft
that
copy
and
we
how
have.
many of you gone through that?
Ma'am,
Yes,
we were
ma'am.
trying to do it from the phone, but it is very difficult to sit with the phone regularly because it's affecting our
That we
eyes.
understood, but these materials are only 40 pages, and how you will be able to go through 200 pages of a book where you do not have time, and maximum 90% of you are working, and if I am working, I will happy if someone will send me the notes in my mobile phone, and whenever I have little bit of time, I'll go through that notes and I will able to understood the matter, and that is like 40 pages, in between 40 or 45 pages, all 5 units. So I think these 10 matches are very very good in rather comparison with the 50 or 5-day match.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it what I'm saying? If it
Yes,
is
yes,
that
ma'am.
40 that
20 batches are more popular than
Susmita madam, that 40 pages ଆପଣଙ୍କ ହିସାବରେ କଣ 40 pages ର material ଯଦି ମୁଁ ନ ପଢି ପାରୁଛି ତାହେଲେ କଣ ମୁଁ ଏତେ ଗୁଡା ପଢି ପାରିବି?
Ma'am, still we have 3 notes of that 40 pages wala.
तो मैडम
We have
कॉपी
3
देखे या
subjects.
कोई भी देखे, मैडम देखे या कोई भी कॉपी देखे, कुछ मतलब बनेगा नहीं, उतना तो पढ़ना पड़ेगा।
मैम पढ़ाई तो जरूर करेंगे, इसलिए तो कर रहे हैं, बट आई वाज जस्ट आस्किंग अबाउट द
अरे
बुक
सब अपना अपना काम करो, तुम पढ़ाई करो, हम खाता देख रहे देखेंगे, हम पढ़ाते हैं, तुम पढ़ते हो, सब अपना अपना काम करेंगे तो गोल विल बी अचीव्ड। ओके
देखो फॉर आंसर शीट कोई भी करेक्शन करे, सुनो 1 मिनट, आंसर शीट कोई भी करेक्शन करे, वो सुस्मिता मैडम करे या फिर सुजीत सर करे या फिर रश्मि मैडम करे या फिर गिरी सर करे या तो फिर कोई करे, विश्व सर करे, अगर नहीं लिखोगे तो मार्क नहीं मिलेगा, लिखोगे मार्क मिलेगा। सो डिस्पाइट ऑफ योर रोल नंबर, डिस्पाइट ऑफ योर नेम, डिस्पाइट ऑफ एवरीथिंग, if you write the answer you got the mark, if you will not write anything you will give a vacant paper, a blank paper, no one will give the mark on the blank sheet. So my request to all of you, don't try to understand who is going to correct the answer sheet. It is better to write the answer, at least some of the relevant answer that you have to write. some of the
And
relevance, like
madam,
someone will
Rashmi
ask you
madam,
what is your name, don't write your address, at least write
Rashmi,
your name.
Rashmi
That
madam,
relevance has
मैम
to
गुड इवनिंग
हाँ
मैम तीनटा शॉर्ट नोट ଦେଇଥିଲେ मैम 40 पेजेस ର ସେମିତି मैम एमसीपी ର बीआरडब्ल्यू और एचआरएम ର मिल
ସାଙ୍ଗରେ
ପାରିବ मैम
ପିଲାମାନେ ଟିକେ ୱେଟ୍ କର, ମ୍ୟାଡାମ କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି। ହଁ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ କୁହନ୍ତୁ।
really madam, does the answer sheet have a photograph place? Photo मरा ହେଇଥିବ କି answer sheet ରେ?
ଆନ୍ସର ସିଟ୍ କାହିଁକି ଫଟୋ
ମରା ହେଇଥିବ କି ପିଲାଙ୍କର ପାସପୋର୍ଟ ଫଟୋ କି କିଛି?
ସେମିତି ତ ନାହିଁ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ, ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ କୋଡିଂ ହେଇଯାଉଛି, ସୋ ଆପଣ ବି ଖାତା ଦେଖିଲେ ଜାଣି
Even
ପାରିବେନି ଏ
if I
ପିଲା କିଏ।
see, even if I see, I have nothing to do in it other than reading the answers and allocating mark as per the content.
हाँ, that is what I am always saying.
कोडिंग हो जा रहा है, नाम में है नहीं, सिर्फ रोल नंबर है,
नाम रोल नंबर कुछ
No
नहीं होगा, सिर्फ
partiality.
कोड होगा।
इसलिए
मैम
बार बार
असाइनमेंट
कैमरा
जब
ऑन रखो,
मैम
कैमरा
एमसीपी
ऑन
ର
रखो, कोई भी कैमरा ऑन नहीं रखा। Now see what will happen, only one class is left, I even don't know the faces. Yes
मैम
Subra,
असाइनमेंट क्या
ର
हुआ
ଆଉ
असाइनमेंट
एचआरएम ର मिली परियो मैम सेमती 50 पेज ର नोट्स
କାହାର
एमसीपी ର
ଆगे
एचआरएम
ଆगे
और
ମ୍ୟାଡାମ
बीआरएफडब्ल्यू ର
ଲେଫ୍ଟ ହେଇଯାଆନ୍ତୁ, ତାପରେ ଆମେ କଥା ହେବା କଣ
let me
କହୁଛନ୍ତି।
meet and you continue, we'll meet tomorrow.
मैम मैम
ओके मैम।
मैम
Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yes.
असाइनमेंट
मैम
कौन मैम
काली
असाइनमेंट
yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay, ma'am.
we
Thank
would
you.
be grateful if we get the assignments, topics and everything.
I'll talk about that. Let madam करो complete ହେଇଯାଉ, I will
Sure,
talk
ma'am.
about that।
Sure, ma'am. Thank
Good
you.
evening ma'am। हाँ, ଗୋଟେ minute।
मैम मैम एग्जैक्ट ହେଇଗଲାଣି।
रश्मि मैम गुड इवनिंग।
assignment questions we will upload before 1 month. Normally we upload before 1 month of commencement of examination. That 1 month, I think your examination will be conducted on the 20th of Feb.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we will provide you notes, assignment questions on 20th of January.
Okay.
January. We will give 1 month.
मैम एमसीपी ର ଆଉ बीआरएफडब्ल्यू एचआरएम ର भी नोट्स मिली परियो मैम एमती 50 पेजेस ର
Books are on the way. No, actually everything was not there. ମୋ ପାଖରେ ସବୁ ବୁକ୍ସ ତ ନାହିଁ।
मैम
ମୋ
जब
ପାଖରେ
शॉर्ट नोट्स अपन
Madam, assignment ର format ଟା କେମିତି ରହିବ?
just a minute, I'll answer one by one. If all are asking the question at a similar time, I don't think I'll able to answer anyone's question. Let me answer one by one. First one, I think on let me give me 1 minute. So ଆପଣ ମାନଙ୍କର assignment question more probably it will be uploaded on the 20th of November, January or one before that.
Format କେମିତି ରହିବ?
Just a minute, let me. And next question is pattern. You have 5 questions. We will provide 5 questions. You have to write 2 questions out of 5. Word limits are there. Be specific about word limit. We will give the prescribed format. You have to get a printout of that format and you have to write with your own handwriting. Fine. So that you have to write with your own handwriting. Why it is very essential to write in your own handwriting? Why? Because it has to be inserted to your main answer sheet every day. So if the answer sheet will not match your answer sheet along with the examination answer sheet, assignment answer sheet and examination answer sheet, if the match handwriting is not matched, then you will added 0. So that you have to remember, whatever you write at your own handwriting. Questions are more probably based on cases. So all are case study based questions, whatever it is come in assignment. I am not talking about 70 marks university questions. University questions are more probably, it is little bit direct questions we are expecting every time. But assignment questions, yes, it was not direct. It is a case study based. You can have to apply your own viewpoint to answer all these question answer. Fine, that is the thing. Format क्या है? 5 question है. Out of 5 you have to choose any 2 or any 3. Fine. कभी-कभी 2 करते हैं, कभी-कभी 3 करते हैं based on the criteria. So ले लीजिए 3 question. Out of 5 you have to answer any 3. Prescribed format we will upload in the website. जो आंसर शीट हम लोग वेबसाइट में अपलोड करेंगे वो A4 शीट में आपको डाउनलोड करना है. You have to write your name, roll number, paper name, one declaration was there. You have to fill all these things and you have to submit that in the time of examination. फर्स्ट पेपर एमसीपी का आया तो एमसीपी का वो असाइनमेंट आप लेके आओगे. यू हैव टू डिपॉजिट एट द टाइम ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन इन द एग्जामिनेशन हॉल. फिर आपका बीआरएफडब्ल्यू का पेपर आया, फिर बीआरएफडब्ल्यू का असाइनमेंट आप पकड़ के आओगे एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में. जैसे ही तुरंत आप अंदर गए, तुरंत ही आप ये हैंड ओवर कर दोगे जो भी इन्विजिलेटर होंगे. ऐसे करके 8 पेपर्स के असाइनमेंट आप घर से लेके आओगे एंड यू हैव टू डिपॉजिट एट द टाइम ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन इन द एग्जामिनेशन हॉल. हो गया. और इसके बाद क्या क्वेश्चन है आपका? हाँ हाँ, हाथ उठाकर भी आप पूछ सकते हैं. कैमरा ऑन है. सुब्रत बाबू, यू कैन आस्क.
गुड इवनिंग, सुब्रत दिस साइड. मैम आपने ना हम सारा मैम और सर को देख चुके हैं. आप सिर्फ ऑडियो मैम में क्लासेस से ना टीचिंग की, आपका भी वीडियो में नहीं आया है.
अच्छा. तो मैं तो आपको सीधे दर्शन दूंगी. देखो मैं तो परमात्मा हूँ.
हम एग्जाम देने जाएंगे, यूनिवर्सिटी में जाएंगे तो हाउ कैन आई मतलब है ना आइडेंटिफाई कि ये रश्मि मैम है. जस्ट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, दिस इज पर्सनल रिक्वेस्ट.
पहले ये मैं तो आपके एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में आके अनाउंस करूंगी, भाई मेरा नाम रश्मि है, मुझे थोड़ा पहचान लीजिए.
नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ मैम आप एक बार तो एटलीस्ट ना, हमें आपको देखे नहीं अभी तक, मतलब ऑडियो में बस सुने, वीडियो नहीं
देखे. तो आपका लास्ट क्लास जो होगा मैं डीडीसी से लूंगी. So I will try to came along with the videos and all.
Thank you ma'am.
आज एक्चुअली मैं थोड़ा वीडियो नहीं ऑन कर सकती. आज मेरे पापा का 3rd डेथ एनिवर्सरी है. So I was not very good. I'm little bit low in emotionally also and little
sorry,
bit.
Sorry ma'am. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's not fine. I'm little bit ये भी हूँ, tired भी हूँ काफी थोड़ा, होता है. My father was like a person who was most close to me amongst all these. Like हम 3 बच्चे हैं बट सबसे ज्यादा मेरे क्लोज थे. अचानक से ये मिसाफ हो गया था तो
अच्छा
थोड़ा लो हूँ. चलो वी विल गो टू दी स्टडीज. आपका हमने 3rd यूनिट का स्टार्ट किया था. इट वाज नॉट क्लोज.
ओके मैम, थैंक यू
मैम. समझती म्यूट कर दो.
हाँ मैं म्यूट करते भी. I'll go to that. Give me 1 minute. Okay, let me start. Okay, give me 1 minute. Let me share the screen and I will mute all of you. Then we will start. आपका स्क्रीन देख लीजिए. It was visible.
Yes
Yes
ma'am.
ma'am, it is.
Yes ma'am.
Yes ma'am.
Give me 1 minute. Okay, in your 3rd unit, we have, I think we discussed up till your product life cycle, I guess. Product life cycle आपका खत्म हो गया था शायद, if I'm not wrong. Once product life cycle is over, then we need to understand what is new product development. Now, what is new product development? Now, while we're talking about what is a product, in normal way, we understood product is of 2 types. One is called proactive product, one is called reactive product. A proactive product is a product which is completely a new product to the world. That means that kind of a product is unavailable up till now. And reactive product kya hai? Reactive product is that kind of product which is came to you while it is with a reaction of the customer. That means if the customers are being satisfied, dissatisfied, then you have to change the product. If the customers are go away, like in the phase of maturity or decline, when your product or customers are going away from you, what you have to do, you have to change the product strategy, you have to adopt some innovation, and you have to sell the same product or same kind of product with the new innovation. Just giving an example. Like before, we don't know there is some COVID which is came in the March 2020, and while it is entered to the world, the scientists have a rigorous research of the kind of a vaccine or kind of a medicine. There is a rigorous practice. Then after like 6 months, after like 4 months, we got some of the medicines, we got vaccination of the COVID, which likely to be provided to all the population who have been infected or not infected. Infected people are came along with the medicines, and not infected people with the medicine vaccination. Now this is a completely new product which is came to the world, because there is a virus attacked to the human scenario, and to avoid certain kind of disease, you have to go for a rigorous practice and make some medicines. It is called the proactive product. Now, what is reactive product? Reactive product is that kind of product which is came along with the reaction of the people. Let's talk about a very popular motor vehicle that is called your scooty. Now, scooty have various type. Like when scooty was there, that is called plain scooty. Then it was came along with the scooty zip, scooty pep, scooty came along with the different colors. Then came to jink colors. Now scooty was vanished from the scenario, and Jupiter came, which is from the same company, TVS. Fine. Now, why these these developments are required? This is required because a human behavior is always asking for change. Human behavior is always asking for development. And while in human behavior is actually looking for change, you cannot wear similar kind of color dress every day. Like if someone will ask you to wear only black color dress, then it is impossible. Video show koruni nai rema tamo connectivity check karo. I think my PPT is visible now. While we're talking about similar color of dress, like someone will ask you to wear black color from birth to death, it is not possible. So human behavior is always asking for change. Human behavior is always asking for innovation, change in terms of upward direction, whatever you can say. So satisfying people, satisfying consumer is really a tough and challenging task every time. Now, what the seller have to do when they saw in the specifically in the product life cycle? Let's talk about this. While using this position, while after the growth, the maturity was there in this particular curve, you can see this. Sometimes the sales fall down, sometimes it is going on. Sometimes it is fall down, sometimes it is going on. It is there is a stability and then a rigorous fall down. So what do you mean by that? This picture shows that this is sorry this is the time period when the seller have to think about innovation. When the seller has to think about innovation, because at this particular point, then what came a rapid fall of your profit with a very minimum time period, which is called a decline stage. Now came to new product development. New product development also in a reactive product came from that particular point when your customers go away from you. जहां पे आपके customers भाग रहे हैं आपसे, क्योंकि भाई खरीद के वो बोर हो गए हैं, चला के बोर हो गए हैं आपके गाड़ी को. So they need something new, they need something innovation. Okay, so this is what called the new product development. Why it is required? Because you have to hold the customers. Now, what is exactly new product development? As the this line suggests, introducing a new product in a different task, there is no guarantee that the new product developed is accepted in the market. Hence, the risk is very high. It is better to adopt a scientific research or scientific approach for the development of new product. That means what? One has to understand what people are really looking for. They are looking for a different product, innovative product, new product, and while the product is less accepted by the people, it is the time that you have to think about innovation. Now, these are the steps of new product development process. It is first came along with the idea generation, screening and analysis, concept testing, business analysis, product development, test marketing, and commercialization. These are the steps of new product development. Remember, NPD, PLC are two expected questions for your examination point of view. So these are the steps, and let's talk about one by one what these steps are. Idea generation. I will give one particular example, and then we will carry forward with these steps. Like scooty ले लीजिए. स्कूटी में क्या हुआ? पहले तो आपका स्कूटी आया, and there are huge population those who buy the scooty. Then what happened? The time came when people feel like that, अरे जहाँ पे मैं पार्क करता हूँ सारे स्कूटी है, similar type, same type color भी है, तो I am like fed up from this scooty and I think to buy some other vehicle and I will sell my scooty. And what happened? अचानक से आपका स्कूटी का जो ग्राफ होता है, जो आपका सेल होता है, वो फॉल कर रहा है, क्योंकि बंदे सब कस्टमर सोच रहे हैं कि अरे क्या वही स्कूटी खरीदना, चलो कुछ और ट्राई करते हैं, कुछ डिफरेंट ट्राई करते हैं. Now the scooty company, TVS company think, अरे why my sales अचानक से fall down? So what I have to take, what serious steps that I have to take? So वहां पे आप क्या करते हैं ना, आप थोड़ा इनोवेशन डाल के वो स्कूटी को एक नए तरह से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, वो होता है स्कूटी पे. तो आपको क्या करना पड़ता है वहां पे? You have to generate ideas why my customers, even in my loyal customers, are going away from me. So आप यहाँ से आइडिया कैसे जनरेट करोगे? You have to go for the feedback system. You have to ask questions to the customers or consumers why they do not want to buy the scooty, or maybe you have to take a support from secondary data, like कहीं से आप मैगजीन से ले लो डाटा, या तो फिर पेपर से ले लो, या तो फिर किसी जर्नलिस्ट से पूछ लो क्यों बंदे जा रहे हैं, they are going away from my product. So वो होता है क्या? जनरेशन ऑफ आइडियाज. So जनरेशन ऑफ आइडियाज कहाँ से आप लोगे? There are two ways to generate the ideas. That was called primary generation of ideas and secondary generation of ideas. Primary generation of ideas, जहाँ पे you can ask direct question to the people and take their opinion. And secondary source of information or secondary generation of ideas कहाँ से होता है? जब आप किसी secondary source से लेते हैं. Secondary source means you have been identified some of the papers, journals, magazines, or like a book, जहाँ से आप आइडिया लेके अपना गैदर करते हैं इंफॉर्मेशन. यू अंडरस्टूड? नाउ केम टू द सेकंड स्टेप. सिर्फ आइडिया जनरेशन हो गया तो काम तो खत्म हुआ ही नहीं. तो क्या करना है? स्क्रीनिंग ऑफ एनालिसिस. स्क्रीनिंग मतलब जैसे कि आप आइडियाज तो लोगे, कुछ रॉ फॉर्मेट ऑफ आइडियाज भी होंगे. सो जो रॉ फॉर्मेट होगा ना, वो आपका यूज नहीं होगा. फाइन. जैसे कि आई विल केम टू माय ओन एग्जांपल. जब मैंने अपना पीएचडी किया था तो मैंने अराउंड 250 क्वेश्चंस प्रिपेयर किया था. दैट वाज कॉल्ड एसएक्यू, सेल्फ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव क्वेश्चंस. जब ये पायलट सर्वे को जाता है ना क्वेश्चंस, only like 70 questions are being used and all 130 or 150 questions are being identified as not relevant to my research work. तो जब आप आइडिया जनरेशन करोगे या फिर आइडिया गैदर करोगे तो बहुत सारे आइडियाज होंगे, कुछ रिलेवेंट होंगे, कुछ रिलेवेंट नहीं होंगे. तो स्क्रीनिंग एनालिसिस में क्या करना है? यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट द रिलेवेंट वन एंड यू हैव टू डिस्कार्ड द the ideas or the information which are not being relevant to your research work or new product development process में जो आपको हेल्प नहीं करेगा वो आपको डिस्कार्ड करना है. नाउ अब तक क्या हो गया? आपका स्क्रीनिंग हो गया. तो डाटा आपके पास है, क्या क्या करने से लोग सेटिस्फाई होंगे? दैट इज द आंसर ना. So what I have to do so that my customers are, are with me, and also they are not going away from me. थर्ड आ गया कॉन्सेप्ट टेस्टिंग. नाउ क्या कॉन्सेप्ट डालना है, फाइन, that I have to I have to use this concept or that concept or what innovation that I have to put. But innovation जो होता है ना वो अकेला नहीं होता है, वो business analysis के साथ आता है. For an example, if I implement X concept, then it was going to be my product price going to be very high. So क्या होता है ना, ये business analysis में profit और loss analysis आप करोगे. अगर प्रोडक्ट का प्राइस बहुत ज्यादा हो गया है तो फिर क्यों लोग खरीदेंगे, नहीं खरीदेंगे. तो फिर आपको क्या कॉन्सेप्ट लेना है. तो कॉन्सेप्ट हैज टू बी लाइक दैट व्हिच इज यूज्ड बाय यू, बट इट मस्ट बी अफोर्डेबल. सो जो आपको यूज भी करना है और अफोर्डेबल भी होगा. नाउ व्हाट यू मीन बाय अफोर्डेबल. अफोर्डेबल आपका नहीं है, अफोर्डेबल है कि जब आप वो कॉन्सेप्ट यूज करोगे तो ऑन द बेस ऑफ बिजनेस एनालिसिस वो प्रोडक्ट का प्राइस को ज्यादा हाइक ना करे. अगर प्रोडक्ट का प्राइस ज्यादा हाइक हो गया देन पीपल विल नॉट बाय द प्रोडक्ट. इफ द प्रोडक्ट प्राइस इज नॉट बीइंग वेरी हाई, it is an average, then definitely people will buy. So that concept that you have to finalize what exactly or what type of concept that I have to implement, and that will be in the profit and loss analysis. I'll get profit out of this particular concept testing. Got it? Once you find out, no, my business analysis is absolutely correct, then you have to implement that analysis into action. So that means what? Here the step came where you have to go for the manufacturation. So यहाँ पे आप product को develop करोगे. Now product development कैसे होता है? You can't prepare a huge product. So आप इतना ज्यादा product आप prepare ही नहीं करोगे, क्योंकि क्योंकि जो बंदा आप जब commercial market तक नहीं जाते हो तो you don't have idea कि कितने लोग आपके आपके ये जो प्रोडक्ट हो उसको एक्सेप्ट करेंगे, कितने लोग नहीं करेंगे. ये तब आपको पता चलेगा जब आप कमर्शियल मार्केट में जाओगे. जब आई विल टेल यू, जो एग्जिट पोल आता है, हम ज्यादातर लोग एग्जिट पोल देखते हैं. तो एग्जिट पोल में क्या होता है ना, एग्जिट पोल में दिखाते हैं कि हाइपोथेटिकल रिजल्ट ऑफ अ पार्टी ऑफ अ इलेक्शन. तो क्या होता है ना, कभी कभी वो हाइपोथेसिस प्रूव्ड हो जाता है, मतलब लोग उसी बंदे को चूज करते हैं जो वो आपको दिखाते हैं इन दैट पर्टिकुलर. ये जो आपको दिखाते हैं एग्जिट पोल में, अगर वो हो गया तो फिर हाइपोथेसिस प्रूव्ड है. दैट मींस व्हाटएवर रिजल्टेंट वी आर गेसिंग दैट इज बीइंग अचीव्ड. कभी कभी क्या होता है ना, 100% एग्जिट पोल का रिजल्ट भी 0 आ जाता है. कभी कभी क्या होता है ना, दिखाते हैं कांग्रेस जीतेगा, हो जाता है बीजेडी या तो फिर बीजेपी. तो ऐसा भी होता है. नाउ व्हेन इट वाज बीइंग देयर, दैट मींस हाइपोथेसिस समहाउ इज फॉल्स, इट इज नॉट प्रूव्ड. जब ये हाइपोथेसिस प्रूव्ड नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा ना, शायद एग्जिट पोल का ज्यादा कुछ नहीं जाएगा, बट अगर हम कोई प्रोडक्ट के बारे में लेते हैं, इफ वी टेक अ प्रोडक्ट and it is failed in the commercial market, then we as a seller has to face, or manufacturer has to face a huge loss. So how to control that loss? If you remember in my first or second class, I told you right now the market what we see, that was called perfect monospony market. Now what do you understand by perfect monospony market? Perfect monospony market is all about supply according to demand. That means the product which are in demand, that you have to identify. The product which are in demand, that you have to manufacture and you have to reach to the public or reach to the customer. जो प्रोडक्ट डिमांड में नहीं है उसको मत आप मैन्युफैक्चर करो, और अगर आप पहुंचोगे भी कमर्शियल मार्केट में वो फेल होएगा. फाइन. Sorry. So test marketing, product development, you have to make a development of product or manufacturing of product with a limited numbers. Now came to test marketing. Now अभी test marketing क्या होता है? Test marketing मतलब आप थोड़ा सा बनाओ, manufacture in a very few numbers, then give it to your employees, your near and dear, and take a serious and type of serious and truthful opinion from that people. तो आप क्या बनाओगे? आप मैन्युफैक्चर थोड़ा हाँ सैंपल बोल लीजिए. यू कैन गो विद द सैंपल टेस्टिंग. मैं बोली नहीं सैंपल बिकॉज आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू कैन अंडरस्टूड दिस सैंपल टेस्टिंग. सैंपल टेस्टिंग क्या होता है? फॉर एन एग्जांपल, डिमांड आया 1 लाख का, तो आप बनाएंगे कितना? 10%. फाइन. अभी ये 10% क्या होगा? 10% जो सैंपल साइज होगा वो आप डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे आपका नियर एंड डियर के साथ. मतलब आपके ऑफिस के स्टाफ हो गए या तो फिर आपके स्टेक होल्डर्स हो गए, इन्वेस्टर्स हो गए. यू हैव टू गिव देम एंड टेल देम टू राइड दिस व्हीकल और यूज दिस प्रोडक्ट एंड गिव अ सीरियस एंड ट्रूथफुल ओपिनियन. वो सीरियस एंड ट्रूथफुल ओपिनियन क्या होता है ना, आपको एक डायरेक्शन देता है whether the product is going to be accepted by the people or not going to be accepted by the people. That is called test marketing. Once test marketing is okay, that means you understood people will accept my product. Now came to last one, that was called commercialization. Commercialization is a particular word which came along with the concept of penetration of product in the market. That means what? Now this is the stage where you have to introduce your product in the market to satisfy the customer need. And this is what called the steps of new product development process. So kitne steps ho gaye? So there are certain steps. Uska pehla aata hai idea generation. There are 2 different type of idea, which is one is called direct idea or primary ideas or primary generation of idea. Second one is secondary generation of idea. ये आइडिया जनरेशन हुआ. सेकंड हुआ जो आप आइडियाज लेते हैं, इंफॉर्मेशन लेते हैं, वो रॉ फॉर्मेट में होता है. दैट वाज इन अ रॉ फॉर्मेट. व्हाट यू हैव टू स्क्रीन, you have to refine it, you have to find out the exact information or idea which is being implied or implemented by you in this particular process. ये हो गया. अभी आपके पास आइडिया आ गया. थर्ड हो गया कॉन्सेप्ट टेस्टिंग. कॉन्सेप्ट टेस्टिंग मीन्स scientific analysis of the concept, innovation, new formats. आप कुछ भी बोल लो इसको, वो चलेगा. बट कॉन्सेप्ट आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है, कौन सा कॉन्सेप्ट इंक्लूड करना है. नेक्स्ट वन इज कॉल्ड बिजनेस एनालिसिस. ये हो गया आपका कॉन्सेप्ट टेस्टिंग के बाद प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस एनालिसिस. अगर लॉस दिखा रहा है तो मत कीजिए, प्रॉफिट दिखा रहा है तो कीजिए. Once you got the information, no, this is profitable, then आप मैन्युफैक्चरेशन को आइए, मैन्युफैक्चर कीजिए. फिर टेस्ट मार्केटिंग आप कमर्शियलाइज कीजिए, बट थोड़ा सा you have to commercialize the product but with a very minimum or limited numbers. Then come to the last one. Here the time it is came where you have to jump to the market with a huge a demand. That was called commercialization. Now these are the elaborations. I'm not going to that elaboration again. Now came to the next concept, that was called branding, packaging and labeling. Now what is a brand? Let me unmute.
Good evening, madam.
What do you understand by brand?
मैम प्रोटोटाइपिंग किस स्टेज में किस हुआ? हेलो,
what is the question?
मैम प्रोटोटाइपिंग वो डेवलपमेंट स्टेज में कौन सा स्टेज में होगा? प्रोटोटाइपिंग प्रोटोटाइप जो बनाते हैं ना, प्रोटोटाइप टेस्ट बेड जिसे बोलते हैं, टेस्ट बेड.
क्या बोलिए? आई कैंट अंडरस्टूड. हाँ प्लीज. प्रोटोटाइप. Yes. Prototype is you can say prototype. You could able to say it is in concept testing.
वही कौन सा स्टेज में होगा पूछ रहा था. न्यू प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट स्टेज.
प्रोटोटाइप तो न्यू प्रोडक्ट, देखिए कॉन्सेप्ट टेस्टिंग दोनों में आता है, न्यू प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट भी आता है, प्रोएक्टिव प्रोडक्ट्स में भी आता है, रिएक्टिव प्रोडक्ट्स में भी आता है. But this is not exactly what you are asking now. That is not matched to the context. Context है कि आप जो 7 स्टेप पढ़े हो उसमें क्या कोई क्वेश्चन है?
नहीं, उसी में प्रोटोटाइपिंग जो स्टेज है वो कौन सा में आएगा पूछ रहा था.
बट कहाँ पे है प्रोटोटाइपिंग स्टेज? मैंने तो लिखा ही नहीं ना ऐसा कोई स्टेज है.
नहीं नहीं, एक मान लीजिए कि एक बाइक बनाना है, उसका पहले इंजन आगे की पीछे या फिर कार आगे की वो प्रोटोटाइप करके टेस्टिंग करेंगे ना.
वही तो है ना, वो क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे कहाँ पे आता है? वो तो आप प्रोडक्शन का क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे पूछ रहे हो ना. वही तो मैं बोली कि ये तो कॉन्टेस्ट पे नहीं है आपका.
वो सब डिजाइन डेवलपमेंट में आएगा मैडम, इधर नहीं है.
हाँ, वो तो प्रोडक्शन का जो डिजाइन एंड डेवलपमेंट है वो वहाँ पे आएगा ना.
हो सकता है ये कॉन्सेप्ट टेस्टिंग का एक पार्ट हो, क्योंकि जैसे ओपिनियन पोल है उस टाइप का है.
इसका तो देखिए ये तो कॉन्सेप्ट टेस्टिंग में ही है. देखिए मैं इसका एक छोटा सा आंसर दूं. आपने एक नानो कार के बारे में सुना था? ये नानो कार कहाँ पे होने वाला था ना, गुजरात में ये तैयार, मतलब इसका मैन्युफैक्चरेशन होने वाला था. फिर इसका क्या हुआ ना, टाटा कंपनी और गवर्नमेंट का थोड़ा डिस्प्यूट चला, फिर ये गुजरात में इनिशियली ये नहीं बना. कहाँ बना ना, ये बना डिफरेंट पार्ट्स को, पहले ये डिफरेंट असेंबल मतलब पार्ट्स बना के फिर इसको लाके कोलकाता में असेंबल किए, फिर ये आया गुजरात में. सो आप जो क्वेश्चन बोल रहे हैं ना, आप जो पूछ रहे हैं कि ये प्रोटोटाइप क्या है और यहाँ पे इम्प्लीमेंट होता है, ये तो कॉन्सेप्ट टेस्टिंग में ही है. बट ये मार्केटिंग का क्वेश्चन नहीं है, ये प्रोडक्शन का क्वेश्चन है. तो कौन सा पार्ट पहले बनाना है, कौन सा पार्ट बाद में बनाना है, ये डिपेंड करता है आपके बिजनेस एनालिसिस पर, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस एनालिसिस पे.
ओके.
So my question is, what is branding? What do you understand by brand?
Ma'am, brand is primary symbol of product quality.
Yes, I didn't get it. Actually, आपका voice break हो रहा है.
मैम मैं हूँ ना.
Brand is something which is known to everybody and everyone.
Okay, very good.
Ma'am,
another.
मैम सुब्रत कुमार से.
Trademark or identity of a company's product.
Very good.
Ma'am,
branding
is creating a space in people's mind.
Very good. Very good.
Brand is a trademark.
Ma'am, brand is something they develop their wealth instead of profit. They spend their name.
Okay.
Ma'am, brand is a symbol which can distinguish it from one seller to another.
Very good. Absolutely correct.
Ma'am, it's a recognition given to a product.
Very good. It's a recognition. Actually, it's a recognition. Very good.
Brand identifies
Satyaranjan, your voice is completely breaking.
specific company also.
Okay. Okay, whatever you all are saying, partially it is somewhere absolutely correct. Let me do one thing.
Ma'am,
sorry, I muted because someone's background noise was too high, so it was hardly possible to listen all of you. So let me tell you what is a brand. We are not going to any kind of description. Simply, what is a brand? Brand is a name, is actually a symbol or a term or a design which is try to explain about a product. Simple thing. So what is exactly a brand? जब हम brand को देखते लगता है like where to, if someone will ask a question, अरे कहाँ पे इन्वेस्टमेंट करोगे? सो इन्वेस्टमेंट एक पर्टिकुलर ब्रांड में ही हम करेंगे क्योंकि ये ब्रांड ही हमें रिटर्न देता है. अरे कहाँ पे तुम जीवन बीमा. टुडे ऑल्सो वी विल से do your LIC. Fine. ये हम जीवन बीमा नहीं बोलते हैं, LIC बोलते हैं, मतलब लाइफ इंश्योरेंस कॉर्पोरेशन बोलते हैं, बट बनाते हैं किसका? बनाते हैं HDFC का। इंश्योरेंस लेते हैं HDFC का, बोलते हैं LIC। गॉट इट? सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली आई एम सेइंग, जहां पे मतलब क्या पियोगे? ठंडा कोक पीना है, कोक पीना, बट पियोगे आप कुछ और, बट ठंडा मतलब कोका कोला। फाइन, यस। So brand is something which is, there in the mind and heart of, it's actually remain there in the heart and mind of the customer. So एक जैसे होता है ना वो there is SBI logo. So we normally or used to see that logo and we will rush towards that saying that अरे ये SBI का हो गया। फाइन। सो वो होता है ब्रांड जो कोई भी कस्टमर के दिमाग में वो क्या बोलते हैं, घर कर लेता है, या फिर दिल में घर कर लेता है। दैट इज व्हाट कॉल्ड द ब्रांड। जो आपको किसी कंपनी है और कुछ नहीं देखना है, बस एक लोगो देख लिया, अरे भाई ये तो वो ब्रांड, वो वाला ब्रांड है, इसी को खरीदना है। एक एक टाइगर जंप कर रहा है जूते में, तो ये तो प्यूमा का हो गया, तो मुझे तो वही खरीदना है। तो किसी ने एक शर्ट पहना है, उस पर LP लिखा हुआ है, इस शर्ट पर ल्यू फिलिप का है, तो ब्रांडेड पहनता है। समझ में आया? So that means what? A brand is something. Maybe it's name, maybe it's a term, maybe it's a design, maybe a symbol, or any other feature that is identifies one with the seller's good or services are distinct from those from the other sellers. That means what? जब जो हम याद रखते हैं, कोई नेम हो, कोई टर्म हो, कोई डिजाइन हो, कोई सिंबल हो, जिसको हम याद रखते हैं एज अ कस्टमर, एंड देयर इज नो डिस्क्रिप्शन। सो हम याद रखते हैं कि हमें यहीं पे ही अपना पैसा डालना है, क्योंकि ये वाला हमें बगैर कोई हचपच के हमें ये बंदा प्रॉफिट ही देगा। चाहे वो 3 रुपए वाला पेन हो, 1000 रुपए वाला जूता हो, या फिर कोई स्टॉक इन्वेस्टमेंट हो जहां पे आप 50,000 या तो फिर 1 लाख रुपए का इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हो। So according to Philip Kotler, I always says that though Philip Kotler is the father of marketing, that's why we always try to identify our definition with the Philip Kotler. So Kotler says brand is a name, term, sign, symbol, design, or a combination of all these things intend to identify the goods and services of the seller or group of sellers, and to differentiate them from others or from those of the competitors. Huh? Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. So branding, according to Philip Kotler, it says brand is a name, term, sign, symbol, design, or combination of everything which intend to identify the goods and services of the one seller or group of sellers to the different, and it will make different the product from its various competitors. So what are the different elements are there in the branding? So these are the elements. First one is brand name, trade name, brand marks, trademarks, and trade characteristics. So brand name, the example is like, your Tata, the brand name, which came along with the companies like Maruti, you have Hyundai, you have Apple. So these are some of the brand name which is assembled with the company's name. Trade names, trade like stock exchange, products of RBI, products of insurance, this is called trade name. Brand marks, like there are some particular marks which is being identified as the brand. Then trademarks, if there is any trade or marks to identify the exact trade. Okay, fine. Let me ask you one question. Give me one example of trademark. You all are very familiar with this particular term, but I really want to know how many of you know these trademarks. BIS symbol, very good. Apple brand, not Apple brand, but BIS symbol, yes, ISO certified symbol. Else, what else? Yes, FCCI, that is a, yeah. Then this is hallmark, very good. This is called your, trademarks. Very good, very good. Like someone will buy a gold. How to identify the purity of gold? If there is 915 marks, hallmarks, etc., marks, then you could identify that this particular gold is absolutely, in a good condition. That is absolutely great. So ISO certified, companies, we normally try to identify ISO certified or certification egg mark, that is correct. So these are called trademarks, and that includes some of the trade characters also, which is came along with the trademarks. Okay, Apple is not a mark, Aditi, I guess. Apple is not a mark, it is came along with the brand name. Apple, Google, these are brand name, not trademarks. Yes, marks, trademarks is what? I will explain just in one line. Trademarks as those marks which is being identified as under the Trade Act. Fine. If you know WTO, one of the major work of WTO is conducting IPR, intellectual property rights. Now in IPR concept, there are three major components are there, that was called copyright, trademark, and और क्या है आपके पास? कॉपीराइट है, ट्रेडमार्क है, और क्या है? Patents. Very good. These three are three different components of IPR Act. Now trademark क्या है? जो ट्रेडमार्क होता है वो WTO के अंडर रजिस्टर्ड होता है अंडर द ट्रेड एक्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. फाइन. जैसे आपका कोई फूड प्रोडक्ट हो गया तो आप उसको FSSAI आइडेंटिफाइड करोगे द प्योरिटी ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट. जैसे आपका गोल्ड हो गया, वो आपके हॉलमार्क से प्योरिटी आइडेंटिफाइड होता है, तो वो होता है ट्रेडमार्क्स. Okay, understood? Now same things I have only described for all of you. Now came to branding strategy. क्या क्या होता है branding strategy? Branding strategy में होता है, first one is called brand extension, brand licensing, mixed branding, and co-branding. Now, what do you understand by brand extension? Brand extension are those kind of extension which is used to promote a new product from a existing brand. जैसे ले लीजिए आपका आया मारुति का नेक्सन. Nexon is an improved form of products which is offered from Maruti. So जैसे आ गया आपका Hyundai का Astra. ये होता है क्या? Extension form of one particular, sorry, Tata का Nexon, sorry. So ये आता है extension form of a older product. एक existing product होता है, उसका एक identifiable new product आ रहा है, तो उसको हम ब्रांड एक्सटेंशन बोलते हैं. नेक्स्ट आ गया ब्रांड लाइसेंसिंग. ब्रांड लाइसेंसिंग इज अ पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस थ्रू विच ऑथराइजेशन इन अ लीगल फॉर्म हैज टू गिवन टू अ पर्टिकुलर ब्रांड. जैसे कि हो गया रिलायंस ने अपना काम पेट्रोल और पेट्रोलियम में कन्वर्ट किया, तो उसको लाइसेंसिंग चाहिए, तो वो लाइसेंस लेता है. Apart from his other whatever works are there, whatever products are there, उसके साथ वो licensing लेता है किसका? पेट्रोलियम का. Mixed branding आ गया. एक particular brand when he tried to produce different kind of products or lines of products, जैसे टाटा का आ गया, वो स्टील भी मैन्युफैक्चर करता है, वो व्हीकल भी मैन्युफैक्चर करता है, इवन सॉल्ट भी मैन्युफैक्चर करता है, और आपका एयर फ्लाइट भी देता है. सो इट इज कॉल्ड अ मिक्स्ड ब्रांडिंग when a particular brand producing different kind of product with the similar name. वो टाटा अपना नाम नहीं चेंज करता है, वो सॉल्ट में भी नाम टाटा आता है. तो जो आप फ्लाइट में ट्रैवल करते हैं वो भी टाटा आता है, जो व्हीकल आता है वो भी टाटा आता है, जो स्टील होता है वो भी टाटा ही आता है. गोदरेज का नहीं है, गोदरेज आपका यूनिलीवर से आता है, बट टाटा का होता है क्या? मिक्स ब्रांडिंग. नाउ केम टू द लास्ट वन, दैट वाज कॉल्ड co-branding. Co-branding is actually a kind of a brand which are being combined with the manufacturer product and delivered service. It's a capitalization. तो उसका एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल है, जैसे co-branding हो गया, आप ऑर्डर करते हो ऑनलाइन, कहाँ से? फ्लिपकार्ट से. आपको प्रोडक्ट देता कौन है? पहुंचाता कौन है? प्रोडक्ट फ्लिपकार्ट पहुंचाता है? नहीं पहुंचाता है. कौन पहुंचाता है? एक इन्वेंटरी पहुंचाता है. जैसे कि कौन पहुंचाता है? यस, एक कार्ड. फाइन. सो होता है क्या? डिलीवरी पार्टनर, वो भी आता है को ब्रांडिंग के अंडर में. सो प्रोडक्ट पैकेजिंग क्या होता है? प्रोडक्ट पैकेजिंग इज समथिंग विच इज एक्चुअली यूज्ड टू प्रोटेक्ट द प्रोडक्ट. ये एक लाइन में ही मैं बोलूंगी कि प्रोडक्ट पैकेजिंग क्या होता है. These are called kind of a packaging which will give a product safety, which will use for the safety of the product. Now, if I'm coming to the definition, packaging is the general group of activity in designing the container or wafer for the product, which protect the product from the outer environment. Fine. Now, objective of packaging, first one, it will protect the product. That's why the first one is product protection. Second one, product identification. Third one, it will give a convenience, a safe to the product or size to the product. What else was that? Product being promoted through the this particular packaging system, and also packaging gives a product with a profit generation criteria. Came to the first one, any product जब आपको उसको पैकेज करते हो या फिर पैकेजिंग देते हो, it will definitely make a protection to the product outer covering, as it is counted as the outer covering. Second one, product identification. जैसे कि कोई भी आपका प्रोडक्ट हो गया, उसका आउटर कवर से भी हम लोग उसको आइडेंटिफाई करते हो. Then it will came in a convenience way to you. एक शेप हो गया, एक साइज हो गया, सो वो आपके पास आ जाता है, तो उसका कन्वीनियंस भी आप उसको हैंडल कर सकते हो, रख सकते हो. देन प्रोडक्ट प्रमोशन, जब आप कोई भी प्रोडक्ट ले लो ना, तो फिर उसके ऊपर ही आपको सारा डिस्क्रिप्शन आ जाता है, जैसे कि प्रोडक्ट क्या है, उसका यूज कैसे करना है, कौन सा इंग्रेडिएंट्स है, मैन्युफैक्चरर कौन है, एक्सपायरी डेट क्या है, एमआरपी क्या है, and what are the ingredients which are healthy ingredients which are being there to help you. So ये हो गया आपका description plus promotion. So in that way also you could able to go along with the promotion. Now came to the last one, product profit generation. जो प्रोडक्ट होता है उसका पैकेजिंग में भी प्रॉफिट जनरेशन होता है, जैसे कि यू कैन ऐड some of the cost to the packaging of this particular product, of one product what you want to sell, वो आपको प्रॉफिट भी जनरेट करके देता है. So these are some of the objective of packaging. Function of packaging: it protects the content, it provides product density, it acts as a promotional tool, it provides user convenience, it facilitates product identification, it allows easy product mix, and it extends product life cycle. So these are some of the functions. I don't think it needs to be described. The first one, it protects the content. Then आपका product density को भी provide करता है, protect करता है. ये promotional tool है, as we have already discussed. It provides user convenience, it facilitates product identification, and it is having a easy way of product mix. That means आपका promotion भी होता है, product भी आता है, इसमें pricing भी लिखा होता है, कहाँ से manufacture हुआ है, transportation कहाँ से लिया है, वो सब information होता है. So it is a product mix. And it is extend the product life cycle. So these are some of the functions. Okay. I want to complete this third unit. That's why give me 5 minutes more. I will go little speed and I will just describe what is pricing. चलेगा 5 मिनट? Okay. देखिए एक जन ने ओके लिखा तो मैंने ओके बोल दिया. मुझे पता नहीं how many of you want to continue. Okay, thank you. So what is pricing? So as the pricing concept says that pricing of a product is called value expressed in terms of money which the consumers are expected to pay. Now there is a very simple question. Question is, if I am a consumer, what is my ability to pay? That was the first question. Second question, what is my need? What is my want? And what is my demand? Is my ability of paying is matching to my need, or my ability of paying is matching to my want, or my abilities of paying is matching to my demand? Now in India like country where our population is more than 130 crore population, is a hugely populated country, what we expect out of people? The expectation is the maximum number of people who are staying in India, they're average earners. And when someone is an average earner, he is an average procurer. That means he is a consumer who try to spend money, but very carefully and with a very, whenever it is very essential, the consumer is spending money. Otherwise, he will or she will try not to spend money when there is no emergency. Got it? So 90% of Indian population, if someone will ask you, जा भाई आपका साल शुरू हो रहा है, ले 10,000 रुपए ले और खर्चा कर दे अपने दोस्तों के ऊपर. So might be you're getting a lakhs rupees as a salary, but you will never spend 10,000 rupees on your friends only because it is a new year. No, there is no requirement, there is no need. So Indian population are very careful while they are selecting the products, while they are spending the money, while they are procuring the products. That's why somewhere it is related to that price of a product means its value expressed. But कैसे express होगा? The value expressed in terms of money which the consumer are expected to pay. Fine. तो कैसा ये, how to justify this sentence? One has to justify to understood what is the economic life of a product. एक बंदा क्या होता है ना, 3 रुपए वाला पेन खरीदता है, तो वो इकोनॉमिक लाइफ ऑफ अ प्रोडक्ट क्या हुआ, आप 3 रुपए को आप अपना एक्सपेंडिचर ले लो, इकोनॉमिक लाइफ हुआ 5000 वर्ड्स, सो इट वाज वैल्यू एक्सप्रेस्ड। मेरा 5000 वर्ड के लिए मैंने 3 रुपए खर्चा किया, इट्स फाइन, इट्स गुड। एंड व्हाट इज एग्जैक्टली सेटिस्फेक्शन, बिकॉज आपको इन एक्सचेंज सेटिस्फेक्शन चाहिए। तो ये जो 3 रुपए वाला पेन है ना, काफी पतला आता है, जो हाथ में काफी अच्छे से रहता है, मैं आंसर वेरी वेरी स्पीड से लिख सकती हूँ या लिख सकता हूँ। जब मैं एग्जाम देने जाता हूँ, आई प्रेफर टू बाय 3 रुपीज वाला पेन फॉर माई एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। ये काफी गाढ़ा लिखता है, काफी क्लियर लिखता है, स्पीड से लिख सकते हो। सो आई एम व्हाट आई वांट टू से दैट this 3 rupees wala pen will give me immense satisfaction while I pay as a customer my expectation from the product that मैं 3 रुपए खर्चा कर रही हूँ, that means मैं पूरा 3 रुपए का उससे वसूल करूँ सर्विसेज। हो गया, वही होता है आपका प्राइसिंग। अगर मैं 100 रुपीज कहीं पे खर्चा करती हूँ, मुझे वो सेटिस्फेक्शन चाहिए, वो 100 रुपीज का सेटिस्फेक्शन चाहिए। Now, what exactly the objective of pricing? The objective of pricing is to increase the profit. That was the first objective. Second objective, market share objective. That means one has to expand the mass market share. Third objective, pricing always refers to stabilization of the product. Fourth one, if your product is somehow having fall in demand, then you have to recover the cost. What else? The objective of pricing, penetration objective, and to maintain the product image also you have to finalize your price, otherwise you will not able to maintain your product image. Chalo, one by one try to understand this. To increase the product or to increase the profit. So remember, I always says that without profit one cannot make sustainability. एक बंदा 1 महीने लॉस सह लेगा, फिर 2 महीने भी लॉस सह लेगा, पर अब 6 महीने लॉस में क्या आप कंपनी चला सकते हो? द आंसर इज नो. So somewhere you have to think about profit. So the objective of pricing, the first objective of pricing is to earn profit, is to earn or is to increase the profit. For what reason? To sustain in the market. I'm not talking about the market leader or something like that, but if you really want to sustain in the market, you think about profit. Second one, market share objective. So जहां पे आपको प्रॉफिट आ रहा है, वहां पे आप क्या करोगे? मार्केट शेयर इंक्रीज करोगे. यू हैव टू ओपन योर मार्केट इन अ subsequent areas, or open your product for the more and more innovative way for the various new consumers or customers. That means what? आपका प्रॉफिट आ गया, अभी है आपका मार्केट को एक्सपैंड करना. यू हैव टू एक्सपैंड योर मार्केट. देन स्टेबलाइजेशन ऑफ द प्राइस. स्टेबलाइजेशन क्या हो गया ना? यूजुअली जो ये ओलिगोपोली मार्केट होता है ना, जो जहां पे आपको हाई नंबर ऑफ बायर्स एंड हाई नंबर ऑफ सेलर्स होते हैं, वहां पे मार्केट लीडर बनना इट्स अ रियली टफ एंड चैलेंजिंग टास्क. ले लीजिए 2022 बैच में सब जो 548 स्टूडेंट्स ने एडमिशन लिया है, बंदे सारे बंदे ही एक्सट्रीमली गुड है इन टर्म्स ऑफ राइटिंग. ले लो एग्जाम्पल है 2022 बैच का जो 548 स्टूडेंट्स एमबीए में एडमिशन किए हैं, सब बंदे काफी अच्छा लिखते हैं. नाउ to become topper in between a very qualitative group, it's really a challenge. अगर 2020 ग्रुप में जो 548 स्टूडेंट ने एडमिशन लिया हुआ है, उसमें 500 नहीं लिख पाते, वहां पे कोई चैलेंज नहीं है, आप टॉपर बन सकते हो। मगर अगर सारे बंदे अच्छे ही लिखते हैं तो टॉपर बनना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है। फाइन ना, वही होता है क्या ना, हाउ टू स्टेबलाइज द प्राइस व्हेन यू सी अ वेरी कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट। वहां पे मार्केट लीडर बनना इज रियली अ चैलेंज, रियली इट इज वेरी टफ। वहां पे आप क्या करोगे, आप एक प्राइस वॉर देखोगे। दैट मीन्स व्हाट, एक्स कंपनी ने प्राइस को रिड्यूस किया, मेरे को भी करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि मुझे कंपटीशन में रहना है। वाई कंपनी ने अलाउंसेस दिया, मुझे भी देना पड़ेगा क्योंकि मैं तो कंपटीशन में रहना चाहती हूँ ना। और जेड कंपनी ने कुछ ज्यादा डिमांड ऑफर कर दिया या तो फिर कुछ दे दिया, तो मुझे भी देना पड़ेगा क्योंकि मैं ये कंपटीशन से बाहर नहीं होना चाहती हूँ। गॉट इट? सो दैट वाज कॉल्ड स्टेबलाइज द प्राइस। रिकवर द कॉस्ट, ये कब आता है रिकवर करने वाला, जहां पे बंदे आपके खरीदना बंद कर लिए, मतलब कंज्यूमर आर गोइंग अवे फ्रॉम योर प्रोडक्ट। वहां पे आप क्या करोगे, रिकवर करोगे कॉस्ट। कैसे रिकवर करोगे, लाइक 1+1 ऑफर दे दो या फिर कट डाउन इन द कॉस्ट। सो वहां पे आप रिकवर करोगे। पेनिट्रेशन ऑब्जेक्टिव, while you're penetrating your product into the market, प्राइस क्या होना चाहिए, लो प्राइसिंग कॉन्सेप्ट। सो प्राइस हमेशा लो होना चाहिए so that you could easily enter your product into the market. And to maintain a product image, you have to, somewhere you have to somewhere maintain your pricing strategy. एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल लास्ट के लिए, टू मेंटेन द प्राइसिंग इमेज, प्रोडक्ट इमेज। आपने एक सोप का नाम सुना होगा, उसको बोलते हैं डोव सोप। फाइन, डोव, फाइन। आई थिंक जितने भी फीमेल स्टूडेंट्स होंगे, दे मस्ट heard about this particular soap. It is called a cream based soap which is introduced way back in 2002 with a very high cost of 190 rupees. Then when people simply do not want to buy the product, it will came along with the 170 rupees, then fall down in price 130 rupees, then fall down in price 90 rupees, 70 rupees. अभी ये आते आते क्या हो गया, एक 80 और 85, 70, 75 के अंदर ट्रैवल कर रहा है। That means while you have to, आपके प्राइस वॉर होता है, अगर आप उसमें घुस गए तो फिर आपको स्टेबलाइजेशन के लिए फाइट करना पड़ता है। आपको प्राइस में आपका कहीं ना कहीं जाके आपको प्राइस में वो निगोशिएबिलिटी करना पड़ता है। बट अगर प्रोडक्ट इमेज को आपको लेकर चल रहा है तो फिर यू कैन नॉट गो अलोंग विद दी दिस काइंड ऑफ फॉल डाउन ऑफ प्राइस। ऐसा फॉल डाउन ऑफ प्राइस नहीं कर सकते हो। तो फिर क्या है, जैसे कि आप एक प्रोडक्ट ले लो which is called the product of Puma, a product of Woodland, a product of Bata. They will never drag down their product price into a certain level. वो अपना प्रोडक्ट प्राइस को सर्टेन लेवल पे फॉल डाउन नहीं करवाते हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि उनका एक प्रोडक्ट इमेज होता है। अगर ये फॉल डाउन हुआ, अगर प्राइस ज्यादा फॉल डाउन हो गया तो फिर उनका जो प्रोडक्ट इमेज है वो भी फॉल करेगा। यू अंडरस्टूड? दैट्स व्हाई आप प्राइस वॉर में नहीं जाते हो। चाहे आपको थोड़ा सा लॉस हो जाए, बट यू हैव टू सस्टेन with your product image, and for that you have to go along with a very high pricing concept. So ये fixed high pricing concept है, you cannot make any compromise with the pricing concept if you want to maintain your price image. इसका एक छोटा सा और एक example है, very recent example is that when Tata, Air India was handed over to Tata. Fine. I remember in that time I usually visit to Delhi, and while I seeing the ticket rates, if in Indigo from Bhubaneswar to Delhi, the ticket rate is somewhere around 5,000, 5,600 or around 600 on an average. In that time period, these Airlines of India or Indian Air India came along with the 12,000, 15,000 rupees for one ticket. The travel period is 2 hours, same as to Indigo. The travel destination is very similar from Bhubaneswar to Delhi. But the pricing difference is somehow 6,000 in Indigo, 12,000 in Air India. And I saw still people are buying ticket from Air India and travel with a double price in comparison to Indigo, in comparison to Vistra, Jet Airlines and all. Now, why? Why? That the recent case when Air India was handed over, and people really wants to, yes, people really wants to identify the luxury of Air India. That was the first reason. Choice, obviously it is choice, but remember Subrat, choice came along with the pocket also, fine. How much you could able to pay? Like how someone will give double price for the same destination? If someone will ask you, Subrat, ki go from Bhubaneswar to Delhi and the price is something, Indigo is 6,000, Tata is 12,000. I will choose, Indigo. I will not choose Tata. Why? Because we all are a low earner. I think Subrat is very high earner. That's why Subrat choose Tata. But I will choose, Air India. Sorry, Indigo. No, but the thing is, yes, why this has happened, I will came to that. I'll ask, because in that time, I'll ask some people. They says, we really want to experience the luxury of Tata, the offer of Tata, the food of Tata, because earlier it was from Air India, earlier it is from Government of India, and the services are absolutely great. I'm not saying services are bad. But when Tata is a brand, is a huge brand in India, when he is taking the flight, what kind of luxury they are providing that we want to experience, that's why we're spending 6,000 more and traveling from Bhubaneswar to Delhi in Air India, not in other. And if I'm coming to safety, are bhai, I will say Indigo is the safest way to journey. ये क्या होता है ना, आपका लोकल बस नहीं होता, इंडिगो वाले वैसे ही है फाइन। और लोकल बस के ड्राइवर कभी उनका एक्सीडेंट नहीं होता है। ये लॉन्ग रूट वालों का एक्सीडेंट होता है, लोकल वालों का एक्सीडेंट नहीं होता है। तो लोकल का क्या है ना, ये उड़ के गए, फिर उतारा, फिर उड़े, फिर उतारा, फिर उड़े, फिर उतारा, दूर नहीं जाना है, वही डेस्टिनेशन है, उनको पता है वो लॉन्गिट्यूड कितना जाना है, कौन से फिजिकल एक्सिस में जाना है, कौन से डायरेक्शन में जाना है। सो इंडिगो इज सेफ इन कंपैरिजन टू अदर, क्योंकि उनका बहुत ज्यादा फ्लाइट जाता है। यस, उनका बहुत ज्यादा फ्लाइट जाता है, और जिनका जितना एक्सपीरियंस होता है यहाँ पे फाइन, वो उतना सेफ्टी देते हैं फाइन। सो दैट वाज द प्राइसिंग ऑब्जेक्टिव। वन हैज टू मेंटेन द प्रोडक्ट इमेज। आज भी आप अगर टैली करो, नहीं जाना है तो फिर टैली करो, नहीं तो फिर वो टिकट का प्राइस बढ़ जाएगा। नहीं जाना है तो फिर टैली कर लो। इंडिगो, जेट एयरलाइंस एंड एयर इंडिया, आप देखेंगे एयर इंडिया का टिकट प्राइस आज भी हाई है, और एक भी सीट खाली नहीं पड़ता है, सब रिजर्व होते हैं फाइन। इसका एक ही रीजन है, वो है क्या? ब्रांड। इट इज ओनली अ ब्रांड, a Tata, which is the most popular brand in India, and we all people want to experience the luxury of Tata. That's why we normally choose, Tata's luxury above the price, above our procurement ability, above the spending ability of all of us. Fine. Yes, of course, it is most faithful brand. Chale, next class, we will talk about the factors which are influencing the price determinations, or how to determine the price. These are the factors. I will share the notes, this particular PPT along with all of you. And if you want any question or you want to ask any question, I'll unmute. Let's not, drag this class for more 15 minutes or like that. 5 minutes open house I can allow, because I'm not.
Thank you,
Ma'am, I'm feeling a little bit proud hearing all this from your mouth, stating that at least my company is good in your assumptions.
Is there be in discount because I will be traveling for Delhi to Bhubaneswar at the time of exam. Hello.
Discounts would be there if you do the booking a week prior at least.
Normal, I am traveling. I'm staying in Delhi. I'm usually traveling twice and thrice per year.
And if
That's
you
what I'm
travel, try to make a booking from 12 a.m. to 6 p.m. It will be a low cost at least.
Night.
Compared to other. No.
This is not booking.com.
Exactly. 12 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Subrat and
This is
Kunal.
not booking.com.
Ma'am, sorry.
आप दोनों एक काम कर लो, ये ग्रुप में आप दोनों का नंबर है भाई, अपना बातचीत पर्सनल बातचीत अपना ग्रुप में कर लीजिए. आपको
Yes, ma'am. Sorry for that, ma'am.
No, not an issue. देखिए ये तो हम सबका है. मेरे को
ma'am, seriously, I'm staying.
मैं भी पकड़ूंगी उसको.
Actually, ma'am, actually, I'm staying in Delhi. I'm normally traveling twice and thrice per year. That's something my family also. That's
I don't know, but
Ma'am, how packaging helps in profit generation?
Packaging helps in
profit generation.
Profit generation. Very good question. तो एक क्या होता है ना, पैकेजिंग क्या होता है, मैं जैसे बोलना पैकेजिंग मतलब एक आउटर कवरिंग है ना, जो आपको अट्रैक्ट करता है टुवर्ड्स द प्रोडक्ट. फाइन. एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल ले लीजिए. आप एक प्रोडक्ट लिए, एक पेन लिए, अपने दोस्त को दे दिया, और एक पेन लिए, उसको काफी खूबसूरत तरीके से पैकेज किया, उसको पैक करवाया, उसके ऊपर एक छोटा सा फूल लगवाया, फिर अपने दोस्त को दिया. The difference was when we make a good package or good packaging, it will attract the customer.
Yes, ma'am.
And when it is attract the customers, definitely the sale increases, and that will leads to customer satisfaction also.
But ma'am, we have to spend something about the packaging, na?
No, you do not have to spend something that the manufacturer has to spend.
Now I understand, because some
that's what I'm asking,
like a
ma'am.
baggage.
That's what I'm asking, ma'am. The manufacturer is spending something, not earning something.
No. Why? Because these are all included in your total cost. Your manufacturation, your transportation, this packaging, everything included in that total cost. It is not exceeded from that. Got it? It is came along with the total cost, and basing on the total cost, your MRP is going to be finalized. Fine. So total cost से ज़्यादा ही होता है MRP. आप तो total cost से नीचे नहीं ले सकते ना?
Yes, ma'am.
So definitely it includes along with the profit. MRP always includes along with the profit. You can't say that MRP is excluded from profit. No, it includes profit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Like Bhimbar Sabun comes in a case where you can use the sabun and then use the case for further use also.
Very good. अरे मैं तो वो करती ही हूँ घर पे. आप भीमबार ले लीजिए, वो साबुन खत्म हो गया.
मैम सब करते हैं.
मैम
सब करते हैं.
मैम गुड नाइट.
आई एम जस्ट खरीदोगे ना तो फिर भीमबार का केस मत खरीदो, सिर्फ साबुन खरीदो, वही ओल्ड केस में डाल दो. ये तो इंडियन स्ट्रेटेजी है भाई.
यस.
इसके लिए तो इंडियन मार्केट इज वेरी पॉपुलर. आप चले जाओ चाइना में, आप एक बार केस खरीदोगे ना, नेक्स्ट टाइम वो केस नहीं रहेगा, वो 10 दिन के बाद वो केस भी एक्सपायर हो जाएगा, आपको फेंकना पड़ेगा. उसके लिए तो उनका मार्केट चलता है, हमारा नहीं चलता है. उनका मार्केट इज कॉल्ड यूज एंड थ्रो, मार्केट ऑफ यूज एंड थ्रो. आप कोई भी चीज ले लो, उसका एक्सपायरी डेट जहाँ पे खत्म होता है, नेक्स्ट यू कांट यूज दैट. Any product.
We Indians are very good with the jugaad.
We are very good with using the product with the 200 level of satisfaction. एक आप हैंड वॉश का बॉटल ले लो, हैंड वॉश जब खत्म हो जाए, फिर हम बॉटल वाला नहीं खरीदते हैं, रिफिल वाला खरीदते हैं, बॉटल में डाल दे, फिर रिफिल वाला.
मैम प्रोडक्ट का पूरा पैसा वसूल होना चाहिए यहाँ इंडिया में.
हाँ, इंडिया में हम लोग फुल पैसा वसूल करते हैं.
My objective of the question is that packaging needs extra cost, na? That is cutting down the MRP, na? Profit part, na?
नहीं, why? Because your packaging is being decided by the manufacturer. So it came under the cost.
Okay, ma'am.
Actually, the packaging, the objective of the packaging is to attract more customer to the product.
No, I am
That's
asking, ma'am, I am asking, I am using a general normal packaging and attractive packaging. It will be cost more, na? That will cut into my profit, na?
No, why attractive packaging means what? Why normal packaging? Why attractive? Chalo, I'll give one example of this. I think it will be make more clear of this
मैं
concept.
एग्जांपल दूं मैम, if you allow me.
प्लीज बोलिए.
Sorry, I don't remember recall जो पूछ रहे थे. But if you're just looking, there are 3 to 4 people, and one people are just good looking dress coding, and another not. Then what you focus will पहला है ना, first focus will which good looking something like that. है ना, अगर 5 में से 6 में से 5 कोई गुड लुकिंग है, मतलब गुड ड्रेस सेंस है, गुड ड्रेस कोडिंग पहन रखा है, तो थोड़ा सा उसको देखते हो. इसके लिए पैकेजिंग जो ना अच्छा दिखना, वो भी वन टाइप ऑफ एडवर्टाइजमेंट यू कैन से. And what will more marketing it will be done, because if I'm just getting that, I'm buying that, I'm just convey that message to my friends, my I mean relatives. Yeah, there's good looking also, are there good quality as usual. So then this is the only thing, that is nothing else, as per my point of view.
Yes, that is good and great answer. Now, what is packaging? First one, the objective of this packaging is to give protection to the product. जो भी आपका प्रोडक्ट है, तो आपने पैकेज कर लिया, आपने उसको पैक कर लिया. लेट मी कंप्लीट, गिव मी 1 minute. तो आपने उसको कंप्लीटली पैक कर लिया, तो क्या होता है ना, ये आपको एनवायरमेंट से आपका वो प्रोडक्ट को थोड़ा सा प्रोटेक्शन दे देता है. उसके बाद क्या आता है, हाउ टू अट्रैक्ट द कस्टमर. ऐसे ही लेके बंदे को दे दो नहीं. सो पैकेजिंग इंक्लूड्स ऑल काइंड ऑफ कॉस्ट. लाइक आप अगर उसमें ऐड करोगे कुछ थोड़ा सा इनोवेशन, उसके ऊपर कुछ थोड़ा सा स्टाइल वाला कुछ डाल दोगे इनोवेशन के स्टाइल में, या तो फिर कुछ भी आप डेकोरेशन कर लो, इट ऑल इंक्लूड्स इन योर बजट. You can't say attractive packaging is exclude from your budget. These all are include in your budget. जैसे आप
Okay, ma'am. I got the point that this is the one of strategy of marketing.
Obviously, हम पढ़ क्या ले, हम तो marketing ही पढ़ रहे हैं ना.
No. It is not. Then now it is not related to that profit part. It is objective of increase your sales volume.
Obviously, आपका वो अगर आपका वो सेल्स वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज हुआ, वो आपका प्रॉफिट नहीं हुआ.
Okay, ma'am. I got the point.
End of the you get profit.
आपका जैसे एक न्यूज़पेपर में एडवर्टाइजमेंट आ गया है, एक ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट में एडवर्टाइजमेंट आता है, एक कलर में आता है. हम डीडीसी का एडवर्टाइजमेंट देते हैं, कभी कभी छोटा मतलब एडवर्टाइजमेंट देते हैं, विच इज कॉस्ट अराउंड 10,000 रुपीज. जब आपका ग्रेजुएशन का रिजल्ट निकलता है ना, डीडीसी का एडवर्टाइजमेंट बड़ा सा आता है, जहाँ पे हम ट्राई करते हैं कि मैक्सिमम लोग वो एडवर्टाइजमेंट को देखें. कहीं वहां पे हमारा फोकस पॉइंट होता है कौन सा वाला रेगुलर है, कौन सा वाला डिस्टेंस है, और वो थोड़ा ज्यादा बड़ा साइज में आता है, थोड़ा डेकोरेटिव वे में आता है. So our objective is to attract the customer, and it will increase the volume of customers. It will increase the sales, so we could able to earn profit. जो advertisement का cost होता है ना, वो हम profit से निकाल देते हैं.
Yes, ma'am. Got the point.
Got the point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's tomorrow we will meet. मेरा क्लास नहीं है शायद tomorrow, but I will take 1 or 2 classes more to complete your syllabus. Yes, anyone? Please.
मैम.
हाँ, सुशांत बोल.
हाँ मैम, वो जो आप बोले कि न्यू प्रोडक्ट जो हम लॉन्च करते हैं मार्केट में, तो उसका जो कॉस्ट है वो कम रहना चाहिए, ताकि मार्केट में वो लोगों के पास ज्यादा पहुंच सके, ताकि लोग अफोर्ड कर सके. तो जैसे कि मेरा 2 ही क्वेश्चन है. अगर हम न्यू प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च में प्राइस कम रखते हैं, वो क्या हमारे प्रॉफिट से, मतलब हम अपना प्रॉफिट को मतलब काट के कम रखते हैं, या फिर प्रॉफिट को जैसे पहले से हमने सोचा है वैसे ही रखते हैं, ये पहला क्वेश्चन है। दूसरा क्वेश्चन है जो आपने डॉग वाला एग्जांपल दिया,
इसका आंसर में सुनो, इसका आंसर में मेरा क्वेश्चन है, जो मैंने नोट्स प्रोवाइड किया था वो पढ़ा है सुशांत? Have you gone
नॉट
through?
इट मैम।
वही
नो
तो,
मैम।
जो आप इंट्रोडक्शन स्टेज देखते हो ना, प्रोडक्ट लाइफ साइकिल आप पूछे ना, प्रोडक्ट लाइफ साइकिल में जो आप इंट्रोडक्शन स्टेज देखते हो, वो ऑलवेज आई सेड इट इज द स्टेज ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट. You can't compare the stage into with the profit. It is only the investment stage. That means what? Whatever you do, if you make your product price low, if you make a high promotion, if you make your maximum expenditure in promoting the product, if you go along with the very high transportation, everything included in your investment, एठी आपनकर प्रॉफिट आसी ही नहीं. Here we are not saying about profit, we are not expecting any profit until it was not identified by the customers, until it is not bought by the customers. You will never think about profit. But what you exactly the question is, while we are expanding or establishing a product, now the question is what kind of product it is. It is a product from Tata company or it is a product from X company. That means what I exactly want to tell you, if it is a product from Tata company or if the product is a loss making product, then Tata company never being very serious about this. Why? Because Tata company have thousands of products which can completely cover this loss. But X company who is having only one product which enter to the market, which competing with the Tata company, remember the company has to place the product with a low price. Otherwise, why people will buy? ମୋ କଥା ବୁଝି ପାରୁଛନ୍ତି? ଯଦି ଟାଟା कंपनी कंपैरिजन रे एक्स कंपनी आसुची, टाटा कंपनी कोनोसी भी लॉस बियर कर परियो गोटे प्रोडक्ट पाई, बिकॉज़ ता पाखरे आउ 50 टा प्रोडक्ट अछि जोटा कि लॉस टाको अकोमोडेट करूची. बट जदि एक्स कंपनी आसुची एंड से कहा से कंपीट करची, से टाटा सहित कंपीट करची, टाटा इज अ ब्रांड. सो एक्स कंपनी सब बेले गोटे लो प्राइसिंग रे एंटर करची मार्केट को, वेयर ही नोज दैट people either influenced with the brand, otherwise influenced with the price. So if I will identify a low pricing concept, so maybe I could able to penetrate my product into the market, otherwise I'd have no hope. अपन पूछ पहले सुशांत.
यस मैम, अनदर क्वेश्चन मैम.
हाँ,
वो जो
please.
डॉग वाला एग्जांपल आपने दिया,
हाँ,
वो जो डॉग वाला एग्जांपल था 190 से उसका प्राइस अभी 50 या 60 या 70 में जो चल रहा है, which is below than 50% of its previous price. तो वो जो प्राइस वो एडजस्ट कर रहा है, वो किसी तरह से कर रहा है.
अरे भाई प्रॉक्टर एंड गैम्बल का प्रोडक्ट है, उसका तो 50 प्रोडक्ट और भी है जो आता है हाई प्राइस विथ नो सेल, विथ अ वेरी लो सेल. आप एक प्रोडक्ट जानते हैं लेसन सी, एक छोटे बच्चों का प्रोडक्ट आता था, बाथिंग सोप आता था. वन टाइम वाज देयर फ्रॉम प्रॉक्टर एंड गैम्बल, इट वाज वन ऑफ द पॉपुलर प्रोडक्ट. बट एक अचानक से एक सर्वे में पता चला वो इट इज हार्मफुल फॉर द चाइल्ड और बंद हो गया. कंपनी थोड़ी बंद हो जाएगा. प्रॉक्टर एंड गैम्बल कैन एडजस्ट दिस प्रोडक्ट विथ सो मेनी डिफरेंट वे. आपने कटक भुवनेश्वर में रहते हो सुशांत?
यस मैम.
भुवनेश्वर, कभी कटक भुवनेश्वर रास्ते पे गए हो?
जी.
एक कटक से आप अगर भुवनेश्वर जाओ, नखरा ब्रिज के पास आता है बिग कप, ए बिग कप. देखा है कभी? इट वाज ऑलवेज डेकोरेटेड. कभी देखना, नखरा के बाद आता है बिग कप. कभी देखा है?
यस मैम, यस मैम.
वो बिग कप में वो उस कंपनी का सबसे लॉस मेकिंग प्रोजेक्ट है. ये बिग कप है ना जो कंपनी, जो वो है ना, वो एक शायद एक कॉफी स्टॉल है, फाइन, इन द वे ऑफ कटक टू भुवनेश्वर, एंड इट वाज नाइसली प्लेस्ड. अगर आप वो कॉफी शॉप को बाहर से देखोगे तो उसका डेकोरेशन में एवरीडे आई थिंक lakhs of rupees being invested. तो कितने लोग जाते हैं कॉफी पीने के लिए? मैं ये भी 29 को या तो 28 को गई थी, See, in 28, where it was nearby, New Year, वहां पे 10 बंदे थे जो कॉफी पी रहे थे, और कॉफी इज अराउंड 200 रुपीज पर कप, वेरी हाई कॉस्ट. तो मैं सिर्फ कॉफी पी के निकल आई. What I want to say that some of the project which is loss making project also, it is a strategy for the company to keep that loss making project on. ये क्यों, ये हम next class में बात करेंगे. ये याद रखो, सब कंपनी सिर्फ प्रॉफिट मेकिंग में नहीं होता है, कुछ लॉस मेकिंग भी चलाना पड़ता है.
लेकिन मैम एक चीज है, जो बिजनेस हम शुरू करते हैं या फिर बिजनेस चलाते हैं, उसका मकसद तो एक ही होता है, हम प्रॉफिट कमाएं.
बिजनेस शुरू करना, बिजनेस चलाना, सुशांत, दीज आर टू थिंग्स. बिजनेस शुरू करना मतलब यू आर स्टार्टिंग योर बिजनेस. बिजनेस चलाना मतलब यू आर कंपीटिंग विद द फाइटिंग और फाइटर्स. जब आप बिजनेस चलाते हो तो कुछ लॉस मेकिंग प्रोजेक्ट भाई रखो, क्योंकि वो आपको टैक्स में हेल्प करेगा, ये आपके ब्लैक को व्हाइट करेगा. वो तो रखना पड़ेगा आपको, नहीं रखोगे तो बिजनेस कैसे चलाओगे. तो प्रवंजन, ये कौन पूछ रहा था, प्रवंजन पूछ रहे थे क्या? The question was asked by Pravanjan or asked by whom?
Asked by me.
सुशांत, अभी आपको बहुत आगे जाना है. आप तो मार्केट के बारे में आप थोड़े इनोसेंट हो मार्केट के बारे में. I would say that. I would say you are very innocent about market. Market is not innocent, बाबा. Market is very clever. तो आपको मार्केट में अगर रहना है, you can't be innocent. सुशांत, you can't be innocent. If you want to stay in market, you have to be clever.
Correct, ma'am.
याद रखना, थोड़ा सा जो लॉस मेकिंग प्रोजेक्ट है ना, आपको बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉफिट देता है.
वो हमारा नेक्स्ट सेमेस्टर में एक पेपर है जो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के बारे में, वो उसमें सिखाया जाएगा सर ये सब.
नहीं, वो कोई नहीं सिखा सकता सुशांत. No one will make you clever. That if you enter to entrepreneurship, then your environment will teach you. Otherwise, no Sujit sir, entrepreneur तो सारी पढ़ाते हैं. No Sujit sir, no Rashmi madam, no X, no Y, no Z can ever teach you to be clever. Clever कैसे बनोगे? जब आप मार्केट में उतरोगे, धक्के खाओगे, मुक्के खाओगे, तो आप क्लेवर बन जाओगे.
Only teach by market.
पहले नहीं बन सकते. Yes.
That will only teach by market में.
Yes, of course. That is what I'm saying.
मार्केट में आओगे तो सीख पाओगे.
मार्केट में आओगे, अगर आपका लॉस होगा, आप पता लगेगा आप कैसे गेन करोगे. These are all about practicability. So practical में आओगे तो फिर पता चलेगा. Now it is 9:37. I was really exhausted.
Good night.
And I want to take your leave. Thank you.
Good night, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night, ma'am.
Good night, ma'am.
Bye bye to all of you.
Good night, ma'am.